Jesus.
Alrighty, folks. Well, welcome to our table reading of Hot Fuzz, continuing the Cornetto Trilogy tonight. Introducing our lovely main cast. On action description tonight, we have Kayli. There she is, fantastic. I will be reading the role of Nicholas Angel as Detective Danny Butterman. Where's he at? Hunter hanging out right down there. Perfect. We've got as Simon Skinner. Where's she at? Nicole. Perfect. As Joyce Cooper, among some others, we have Jess. Perfect. As PC Walker, along with a few others, we got Rudy. Where's he at down there? Perfect. As Frank Butterman, we've got Erik. Perfect. As Doris, among a few others, Angi. Go. As Detective Sergeant Wainwright, we've got Anne. And as Detective Constable Cartwright, Charlie. Perfect. And taking over as a Reverend Shooter and a few others, we got Johnny. Where's he at? Perfect. All right. Well, everybody, let's get ourselves started. Kayli, take us away.
All right. Interior Metropolitan Police Station, front desk, midday. Police Constable Nicholas Angel bursts through the entrance of a city police station and flashes his warrant card.
Police Constable Nicholas Angel.
Interior Metropolitan Police Station, same. Angel strides down a corridor. His collar number reads 777.
Born and schooled in London, graduated from the Canterbury University in 1993 with a double first in politics and sociology.
Insert Angel at training college, standing amongst dopey-looking trainees. They wear navy t-shirts and shorts.
Attended police training college, displaying an impressive aptitude in both field training and theoretical studies.
Insert Angel running in riot gear down an alley, dodging petrol bombs, storming a fake hostage situation, finishing exam, and holding the paper aloft.
Excelled way beyond peers, passed into the Metropolitan Police Service.
Insert Angel surrounded by the same dopey faces as before, this time in full uniform at a graduation parade.
And soon proved worth as an officer, establishing both a popularity and an effectiveness in the community.
Insert Angel talking with elderly people, a Chinese family in their native tongue, and young offenders in a hall.
Furthering his skills with elective training courses in advanced driving.
Insert Angel doing an elaborate skid in a police car.
As well as pioneering the use of the mountain bicycle.
Insert Angel doing an elaborate skid on a police bike.
And raising office morale with an inventive use of desktop publishing.
Insert Angel pinning up various notices in bright colors. They read bike shed, canteen, hate crimes.
Also became heavily involved in many extracurricular activities and to this day holds the Met record for the 100-meter dash.
Insert Angel fencing, doing judo, playing chess, and bursting through a finish tape at top speed.
In 2001 began operations in a North London armed response unit, Whiskey Bravo 7.
Insert Angel bursts into a stairwell of an apartment block as part of a heavily armed response team.
And received a bravery award for the efforts in the resolution of Operation Crackdown.
Insert Angel storms into a room where wild-eyed crackhead holds a family hostage with a Kalashnikov. Angel responds fast, firing a short burst. His expression is one of shock.
In the last 12 months alone, has received 9 special accommodations, achieved the highest arrest record for any officer in the borough, and sustained 3 injuries in the line of duty, most recently in December, when wounded by a man dressed as Father Christmas.
Insert, we see flashes of framed commendations, multiple cuffing, and a violent altercation with a wild-eyed Saint Nick. Interior Metropolitan Police Station, front desk, midday. Police Constable Nicholas Angel bursts through the entrance of the city police station and flashes his warrant card. Oh, sorry. Sorry, can we pause for a second? Is it supposed to be the same start?
Yeah, it's fine. Keep going.
Police Constable Nicholas Angel.
Interior Sergeant's office, day. Angel sits opposite a jovial sergeant of the same age.
Hello, Nicholas. How's the hand?
Still a bit stiff.
Hardly fitting for such a good boy.
I'm sorry, Sergeant.
Getting stabbed by Santa.
Right.
It can get awfully hairy out there. I'm surprised you hadn't snapped into a nice desk job before. That's what I did.
I know, Sergeant, but I prefer to think of my office as out there on the street.
Indeed you do. Your arrest record is 460% higher than any other officer, and your paperwork is really quite exemplary. You do like to cross the I's and dot the T's.
Dot the I's and cross the T's.
Exactly. And that's why it's high time such skills were put to better use. We're making you sergeant.
I see.
In Stanford, Gloucestershire.
In where, sorry?
In Stanford, Gloucestershire.
That's in the country.
Yes, lovely.
That's miles away.
Lovely.
Is there not a sergeant position here in London?
Nope.
Well, can I just stay here as a PC?
No.
Do I have any choice in this?
No.
But I like it here.
You always said you wanted to transfer to the country.
In 20 years' time, maybe.
Well done, you.
Hang on, I don't actually remember telling you that.
Yes, you did. You said, I'd love to settle down in the country sometime, Janine.
I'd like to talk to the inspector.
Hey, fine. You can talk to the inspector, but I promise he'll say the same thing as me.
Interior Sergeant's office day, an equally jovial inspector sits alongside the sergeant.
Hello, Nicholas. How's the hand?
Still a bit stiff.
How are things at home?
I'm sorry, sir.
How's Janine?
We're no longer together, sir.
So where are you living now?
He's here in Section House, sir.
With all the recruits?
Temporarily, yes, but
Well, we must get you out of there.
Yes, he's living out of cardboard boxes.
Well, then you're really already packed, Nicholas. We're offering you a smashing position in a delightful little college in a little place that's voted Village of the Year. I don't know how many times. It'll be good for you.
We're only asking you to go for 9 months.
9 months?
A year.
2 years tops.
Really don't know what to say.
Just say yes.
You say yes, thank you.
No, I'm sorry, sir. I want to...
Take this higher.
Yes, I do.
You want me to bother the chief inspector with this?
Yes, I do.
You want me to get the chief inspector to come all the way down here?
Yes.
Okay. Kenneth!
The jovial chief inspector enters. Angel stands.
Hello, Nicholas. How's the hand?
Still a bit
Still a bit stiff.
Chief Inspector.
Oh, keep your seat. Now, I know what you're going to say, but the fact is, you're making us all look bad.
I'm sorry, sir.
Of course, we all appreciate your efforts, but you're rather letting the side down.
But my record is 406% higher than everyone else.
Exactly.
I'm not sure I...
Sometimes you've got to sail the middle path.
It's all about being a team player, Nicholas.
You can't be the sheriff of London.
If we let you carry on running around town, you'll just continue to be exceptional, and we can't have that. You'll put us all out of the job.
With the greatest respect, sir, you can't just make people disappear.
Yes, I can. I'm the chief inspector.
No one's disappearing, Sergeant.
However you spin this, there's one thing you haven't counted on, and that's what the team is going to make of this.
Angel exits the office and is greeted by every officer in the force, clasping plastic glasses. A makeshift sign made from color photocopied sheets reads, "Good luck, Nicholas." Interior, ground floor, estate flat day. A group of crime scene investigators dressed in white protective suits, face masks, and goggles work in a blood-spattered room. A mobile rings. One of the CSIs picks it up. Hello?
Janine, it's me.
I know, I'm at work.
I know, I'm outside.
Janine turns to see Angel outside the window on his mobile.
What's the situation?
You know the situation, we've been over this.
No, I meant here.
2 people involved, distinct signs of a struggle, a complete mess.
You are talking about here.
Nicholas, what do you want?
I need to tell you something, and I don't want it to be over the phone.
Angel disappears. Beat. He re-enters moments later and approaches the hallway door. He sees Janine.
Janine, I'm being transferred. I'm going away for a while.
I'm not Janine.
A cop. Angel turns to find Janine standing to his right.
Janine, I'm being transferred. I'm going away for a while.
I know, Bob told me. Another CSI walks past and waves to Angel.
All right.
I just wanted to tell you in person. There's no reason why we can't be civil with each other. It's not so long ago we were talking about getting married.
Yes, but you were already married to the force, weren't you?
We're actually supposed to refer to it as the service now. Official police vocab guidelines state that the force sounds too aggressive.
See, that's it. It's only ever about the job. It's all you care about.
That's not true.
No, you're right. You do have that rubber plant.
It's actually a peace lily.
You just can't switch off, Nicholas. Janine whips off her goggles for emphasis. We are no wiser as to what she looks like. And until you find a person you care about more than your job, you never will. Besides, you were the one who suggested we take a break.
Yeah, well, guilty people usually make the first move.
Actually, there's something I need to tell you too.
You're already seeing somebody.
Yes, how did you...
Is it Bob?
We see Bob dusting for prints. No, does Bob look like the kind of person I'd go out with? It's Dave. She gestures to an identical CSI. He waves to Angel.
Hello there.
Angel looks down and stares at the floor. Janine softens. Oh, Nicholas.
Do you know that window's been broken from the inside?
The CSIs look to the broken window. Janine hangs her head. Interior, section house, corridor, bedroom, day. We prowl down the corridor of a dormitory to a tiny bedroom. Angel packs a large red suitcase and takes down photos from the wall. A blonde child in a toy police car, an article reading, Hero Gun Cop Saves Family, and 3 fresh-faced recruits appear at the door.
Is it true you're leaving, sir?
Yes, it is true.
It is okay if we have your milk.
Interior, exterior, titles, travel montage, day to dusk. Angel leaves the section house, striking a lonely figure on the pavement with his suitcase and potted plant under his arm. Angel cradles his potted plant on a crowded tube train. Angel reads The Guardian on an inner-city train and eats tofu from a lunchbox. Urban landscapes whiz by. Angel and his potted plant at a deserted train station. Angel sits on a connecting shuttle train. The reception bars on his mobile deplete. Streetlights whiz by. Angel sits in a minicab in semi-darkness. Out the window, a sign looms, Welcome to Sanford, the community that cares. It features a picture of castle ruins. Signs whiz by, one pointing to the model village, a large floral display reading Sanford, Village of the Year. A neighborhood watch sign. We see a local church surrounded in scaffolding. Rain spots the cab window. Exterior, Sanford Village Square evening. The minicab pulls away, leaving Angel, a lonely figure on the pavement, the potted plant under his arm. Interior, Swan Hotel reception night. Angel comes into the reception of an upmarket guest house with twee living room furnishings in the foyer. A very old man snores in the armchair. We see a poster for a production of Romeo and Juliet. An ornamental sword is mounted above the front desk where a middle-aged woman presides. She does not look up.
It would appear the heavens have opened.
I was hoping I could check in.
Check in? But you've always been here.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, I thought you were my husband. You must be Sergeant Angel.
Yes, I am.
I'm Joyce Cooper. I trust you had a pleasant trip. Fascist.
I beg your pardon?
System of government characterized by extreme dictatorship. 7 across.
Mrs. Cooper motions to the crossword she's been doing.
Ah, I believe that's fascism.
Fascism? Wonderful. We put you in the castle suite. It's on the 2nd floor. Bernard will escort you up.
She motions to the old man in the foyer. For a moment, he looks dead, but a prodigious snore proves otherwise.
That's okay, I'm sure I can make my own way up. Hag.
I beg your pardon?
Evil old woman considered ugly or frightful. It's 12 down.
Bless you.
Interior, Swan Hotel, corridor, room, day. Angel approaches a door marked Castle Suite. He unlocks it and enters. The room is quaint, but identical in dimension to his previous accommodation. Angel takes off his jacket and places his potted plant on the windowsill. It is deathly quiet. Angel grabs his jacket again. Exterior, Sanford Square night. The rain now stopped. Angel walks the empty streets. He hears signs of life from the pub. He heads toward it, passing the village fountain where a group of young children gather. Chatting, leaning on skateboards, they all wear hooded tops. Angel frowns and glances at his watch. As he passes, the hoodies all stare after him. Interior, the Crown night. Angel cautiously enters a lively pub, complete with rustic farming equipment and a cheery landlord and landlady.
Pints of lager, please, Mary.
Right you are, my love.
Yes, sir. What can I get you?
Could I have a glass of the cranberry juice, please?
Certainly. Now, you wouldn't by any chance be the new policeman?
Police officer. Yes, my name is Nicholas Angel.
Thought so. I'm Roy Porter, and this is my wife, Mary.
Oh, welcome to Sanford. If there's anything you need, let us know.
Thanks. Could I borrow your paper?
Angel points to a Sanford citizen on the bar.
It's not ours, love.
Not big fans of the local fish wrapper, are we, Mayor? They listed her at age 55.
Well, I'm actually 53.
Pint of...
Lager, please, Mary.
Right, you are, my love.
Interior, the Crown Knight. Angel sits on a stool at the bar reading the paper. Headlines read, Mystery Surrounds Proposed Bypass. A suspiciously young laugh draws Angel's attention. Some drinkers at the bar look very fresh-faced. Others drink beer through straws. Another drinker guffaws. His braces glint. Angel is dazzled. He looks at a sign reading, It is illegal to sell alcohol to anyone under the age of 18. Interior, the Crown Continuous. Angel strides over to the table of straw drinkers.
Excuse me. When's your birthday?
2nd of February.
What year?
Every year.
Get out.
Jump cut. Angel talks to the youngster with a terrible acne. 8th of May, 1968.
You're 37.
Yeah.
Get out.
Jump cut. A high-voiced youngster with braces.
Ah!
Out.
Is there a problem, officer?
Yes, there is. An awful lot of the patrons here appear to be underage, Mr. Porter.
Well, few of them may be a month or two south of proper, but if they're in here, it stops them from getting in trouble out there.
Doing their business in the street, having fisticuffs, nicking traffic cones.
The way we see it, it's all about the greater good.
And the greater good.
Well, that may be, but the law's the law. They'll all have to go.
Oh.
Exterior, the Crown Knight. A grumbling group of teens stomp out of the pub. Interior, the Crown Knight. Angel is sat back at the bar. The pub is now almost empty. The porters are not so cheery now.
Another cranberry juice?
I'm fine, thank you.
Exterior, the Crown Knight. Angel strolls out of the pub and walks past the fountain. He tosses a coin in and takes time to observe the plaque. This fountain was generously restored with funds raised by Mr. F. Butterman, Mrs. J. Cooper, Mr. R. Hatcher, Miss A. Paver. A metallic scratching distracts Angel. He sees a rotund drinker trying to put his key in the lock of an Astra.
I hope you're not thinking of driving that.
No.
The rotund drinker stumbles away from the car. Angel turns his back and notices the plaque has been vandalized with a marker pen graffiti, which appears to be a G. An engine revs behind Angel. He jumps back as the Astra reverses into the fountain with a resounding crash. He storms over to the driver's door and hauls the rotund drinker out, who immediately and loudly throws up.
All right, I'm taking down to the station. Where is it?
Angel escorts the rotund drinker by the collar. Up ahead, the underage drinker pisses in the street. Angel coughs. What? Interior, Stanford Station front office night. Angel strides in with the rotund drinker and the underage drinker. He has also picked up 3 other underage drinkers, 2 scuffed from brawling and 1 with a traffic cone on his head. He flashes his card to the cheery desk sergeant.
Sergeant Nicholas Angel, when did you start?
Tomorrow.
I see you've already arrested the whole village.
Not exactly.
The desk sergeant looks to the rotund drinker and laughs. The rotund drinker stumbles over to a connecting door.
You in for the night? Fall's free.
I need to talk to him.
He'll be of no use to you till morning. Do you really want to process this lot? My pen's running out.
Not a problem.
Angel retrieves 2 pens from his pocket. Cue flash cuts of detainees being processed, fingerprints taken, heights measured. The traffic cone kid, unable to remove his headgear, is recorded at 8'2". Interior Swan Hotel room night. Angel lies on his bed, staring at the ceiling. Interior Swan Hotel room morning. Jump cut to the next morning. The bed is empty. Exterior High Street. Angel in sweats jogs out of the hotel. In the daylight, Sanford looks beautiful and idyllic. Joyce Cooper is up a ladder watering her hanging baskets. She greets Angel cheerily. He passes other early birds who do the same. A female news agent setting out her paper stand, a bookish woman on a bicycle, a cheery vicar, a dishy doctor. Angel sees the crashed Astra being towed away by a removal vehicle operated by 2 gruff-looking men. They nod to him.
Lock me up.
Another jogger stops by Angel. He has a ready smirk and a confident air. He wears a Sanford Fun Runners t-shirt.
I'm sorry?
I'm a slasher. I must be stopped.
You're a what?
A slasher. The prices. I'm joking, of course. I'm Simon Skinner. I run the local supermarché.
Simon Skinner nods to a supermarket named Summer Isles.
Pop in sometime. My discounts are criminal. Catch me later!
Skinner accelerates into a sprint, leaving a bemused Angel at the door of his hotel. Angel strides inside. Interior Stanford front office morning. Angel strides into the station now in full uniform. The same desk sergeant is there as before, although he is now sour-faced and has curly hair. Angel is a tad confused.
Morning, Sergeant. Have you done something to your hair?
No.
Well, could you tell Inspector Butterman that I've arrived?
No.
Why?
He's not in yet.
I see. And how's our guest?
Guest?
The inebriate in cell 4.
I don't know. Nobody tells me nothing.
Angel walks over to cell 4 and looks through the observation hat. Panic spreads across his face.
Can I get cell 4 open?
Danny, can you open 4?
Quickly, please.
Quickly, please.
An officer opens the cell. Angel walks in to find it empty.
He's gone.
Oh my God, who's gone?
We see that the officer is the rotund drinker.
Why are you just as a police officer?
Because I am one?
A jovial man enters the cell in senior officer's garb.
Sergeant Angel at last, Frank Butterman. See, you've already met my boy.
Interior Frank's office day. Frank's office is adorned with certificates, including Village of the Year plaques, along with a police glass case, and 2 mounted antique pistols. We also see a photo of a younger Frank and Danny dressed as cowboys, and a middle-aged woman dressed as Sacagawea. Do forgive me. Oh, sorry.
I got it. Thank you, though. Do forgive me. I'm something of a Wild West nut. Speaking of which, that was a fair few of outlaws you rounded up last night.
Thank you, sir.
I admire your enthusiasm, Nicholas. And far be it from me to stifle your flair, but this isn't London.
With respect, sir, geographical location shouldn't factor in the application of the law.
But coming in all guns blazing can sometimes exasperate matters. You know, make things worse.
I'm aware of the meaning of exacerbate, sir.
Of course you are. Statistically, Sanford is the safest village in the country. But that doesn't mean it requires anything less than a careful and considered approach. There's a reason we accommodate a few of the younglings at the pub.
The greater good?
The greater good, precisely. Your predecessor assumed rural policing was easy. Ended up having a nervous breakdown. And Sergeant Popwell was an exceptional officer. Truly exceptional. He had one thing you haven't got.
What's that, sir?
A great big bushy beard! Come on! Let's have a mosey around.
Interior station day. Frank shows Angel the locker room. Danny lags behind.
Locker room.
Frank opens a door on a musty collection of riot gear.
Riot room.
A hedgehog is startled by the rare intrusion. Frank approaches another door with a security keypad.
Evidence room. What's the code again?
999, Dad.
Oh, you think I'd remember that?
Frank opens the evidence locker. It's surprisingly empty.
Now, how about a trip to the Andes?
Frank leads them to a door marked CID. Inside are 2 30-something plainclothes officers with cropped hair and sashes. On their small desk are 2 plates of cake.
Detective Sergeant Wainwright and Detective Constable Cartwright.
Cartwright and Wainwright stare back at Angel with disdain.
Don't get up.
They leave and continue down the corridor.
I suspect you're wondering why we call them the Andes.
Because they're both called Andrew?
They said you were good.
It's also because talking to them is an uphill struggle, ain't it, Dad?
A waste paper basket sails out of the Andes office and hits Danny on the head.
Oh, fuck off.
Thank you, Danny.
A battered tin reads swear box. Danny drops a quid in.
The swear box. All proceeds to the restoration of the church roof.
Frank shows Angel into the operations room where uniformed officers bunch together at cramped desks.
And this is where it all happens.
We hear a solitary Apple startup chime.
That's Sergeant Tony Fisher. That's PC Bob Walker. And that is Saxon.
Fisher, 40s, reedy with a fixed grin. Walker, 50s, bald, grizzled with a large Alstan. All three are eating cake.
One more time, Walker.
Please have a seat.
And this is one Doris Thatcher.
She's our only policewoman.
She's not a policewoman.
She is? I've seen her, bro.
She's a police officer. Being a woman has nothing to do with it.
Oh, I don't know. It comes in handy every so often. Ha ha ha!
The rosy-faced officer winks lewdly at a blushing Angel.
I could have given you the tour. I've been around this station a few times.
The office erupts into body cheers. Angel is keen to move on. He points to a door marked NWA.
What's upstairs?
A little besuited man opens the door. On the table of his tiny, folder-crammed office is a plate of chocolate cake.
Well, I see we have visitors.
Nicholas, this is Tom Weaver.
Civilian liaison for your neighborhood watch at your service.
Good to meet you.
You'll find we run a tight ship here. We got everyone linked up with a walkie so we can keep an ear on each other, abreast any misadventure. And from here...
Weaver opens a connecting door to a room full of monitors.
I can see the whole village. I can see what the whole village is up to. I must say, I was rather admiring your handiwork last night.
Chuckling, Weaver cues up CCTV footage of Angel's run-ins. We also see footage of hoodies get huddled around the fountain.
Shame you couldn't have done anything with those bloody hoodies, hanging around, loitering, sitting.
I did notice some minor graffiti on the fountain.
Graffiti? I knew they were up to something. They need to be dealt with, Frank.
The nippers, Tom. They'll come around.
Yes, this kind of transgression usually stems from boredom. Ever thought of building them a skate park or providing them a designated wall for graffiti murals?
Weaver looks at Angel and lets out a huge guffaw.
Ha! That's all we need on the team. Another bloody joker. Which reminds me, our friend, the living statue, is back. He was there Saturday.
Weaver flicks through the CCTV printouts of a street performer dressed as a statue. They're all identical.
Look, 11 a.m., 12 p.m., lunchtime, 2 p.m. If we don't come down hard on these clowns, we'll be up to our balls and jugglers.
Perish the thought.
I tried to move him myself, but it cost me 20 quid and 50 P's that took 4 hours.
We'll get right into it, Tom.
They leave. Frank scrunches up and throws it to Danny, who heads it into the bin.
We like to let them think that they run the place. Now, confession to make. Bit of a problem with your office.
Well, sir, I think my office is out on the street.
Oh, you heard about that?
He nods to the office furniture sat out in front of the station.
Had a bit of a leak last week.
Frank opens the door to reveal a damp, bare, tiny office.
I know it's not a great start on the welcome front. They brought the Village of the Year forward for some reason, and everyone's gone a bit mad getting ready for it. We'll get you behind your desk as soon as the floor's dry.
Frank shuts the door. They move back to the main office.
And that's that, unless there's anything you're unclear about.
There is, sir. Why is everyone eating chocolate cake?
The Black Forest Couture is on Danny, and punishment for little indiscretion.
I wouldn't call driving under the influence a little indiscretion, sir. Besides, where's the disciplinary value if Constable Butterman gets to partake in the gâteau as well? He's having his cake and eating it. Literally.
The gâteau is for misplacing his helmet the other week. Last night's incident will require something much more serious.
Good.
Do you like ice cream?
I'm sorry, I don't follow, sir.
Let's just say we won't be short of Chunky Monkey for the next month.
The officers cheer. Angel visibly sags.
Well, since it's your first day and it's 11:30, I'd say that's lunch.
Another cheer from the assembled officers. Interior of the Crown Day. Angel is sat at the pub table with the other officers. Only he wears a stab vest. Danny brings pints to everyone but Angel, who has a cranberry juice. Saxon laughs at a bowl of lager.
So, what made you choose Sanford, Sergeant Angel?
It wasn't actually my choice.
Wasn't your choice to come down here and show me how to do my job? Our jobs?
You think you're doing that?
There's a murmur of agreement. Angel is a little confused.
I can assure you it wasn't my intention to upset the apple cart.
Yeah, 'cause we all sell apples down here, don't we?
Your dad sells apples, Andy.
And raspberries.
He can't even wait to jump into Sergeant Popple's grave.
Wainwright swigs Guinness, the head collects on his lip.
I'm not jumping in anyone's grave. You got a mustache.
I know.
Why have you got your stab vest on?
It's a requirement.
In the city, maybe. No one's going to stab you in here, Sergeant. Not a member of the public, anyhow.
Have you ever been stabbed, Sergeant Fisher?
No.
Well, I have. And I can assure you it's not the slightest bit amusing.
Danny's ears prick up. He looks at Angel with awe.
You've seen a lot of action, Sergeant Angel.
I've experienced my fair share, yes.
Little bird tells me you were part of an armed response unit.
What little bird would that be?
And he Googled you.
Doris?
Sorry. I wish someone would Google me. Ha ha ha.
Were you part of an armed response unit?
Yes, for 2 years. Grave.
Did you cook any fools?
Excuse me?
Did you shoot anybody?
Shot someone? He killed someone.
No way! That's amazing!
It was not amazing. It was extremely regrettable, but the situation left me with no choice.
Who did you shoot?
He shot a crackhead with a Kalashnikov.
Wow. Where'd you get that?
The offender had the Kalashnikov.
Wow. Where'd he get that?
You do know there are more guns in the country than the city.
Everyone and their mum's packing round here.
Really, like who?
Cartwright nods to a tall, ruddy farmer at the bar.
Farmers.
Anyone else?
Farmers' mums.
Danny pulls his chair closer to the bemused Angel.
What's it like being stabbed?
It was the single most painful experience of my life.
Wow. What's the second most painful?
Interior Angel's office day. A glum Angel sits at his desk. Two men maneuver a filing cabinet into the office. A man appears from under his desk, placing a phone in front of him. It rings. Angel answers.
Everything all right?
Actually, sir.
Interior Frank's office second later.
There's something I want to talk to you about.
Oh, yes?
I'm a little concerned that my appointment here may be causing resentment within the division.
Oh, really? So what do you suggest?
Interior station some more seconds later. Angel steps out of Frank's office. He gets the attention of their assembled officers. They stop eating their cake.
Excuse me, everyone. If you could put your gatto down for a sec. In order to maximize my integration here to Sanford, I've asked the inspector to permit me a more grassroots introduction.
Root. Ha ha ha.
I'm hoping that getting out on the beat and familiarizing myself with the area in that way might dispel any concerns about my suitability. Thank you.
There's a vague affirmative murmur from the other officers.
Basically, I'd just like to be treated like any other officer at the station.
Angel turns his back. A waste paper basket hits him hard on the head. The officers snicker.
That could have actually really hurt someone. But thank you.
Angel re-enters Frank's office. Frank looks concerned.
You sure about this?
Yes, sir.
Well, I suppose we should get you out there with someone who really knows what's what. And I think I know just the man. Danny!
Exterior High Street day. A glum cap-wearing Angel and chirpy helmet-wearing Danny walk the streets. Village folk greet them with an afternoon.
Have you ever fired 2 guns whilst jumping through the air?
Afternoon. No.
Have you ever fired 1 gun whilst jumping through the air?
Afternoon. No.
Have you ever been in a high-speed pursuit?
Yes.
Have you ever fired a gun whilst in a high-speed pursuit?
No.
Interior Newsagent Day. A sign reads, only one school child at any time. Angel waits as Danny buys a pastry from the female newsagent. A walkie-talkie crackles to life on the counter.
Annette, that new policewoman is coming into your shop.
Interior Exterior Squad Car Day. Angel and Danny sit in a parked squad car. Angel is on the radio, watching with disdain as Danny retrieves ketchup sachets from his top pocket and squirts them onto the pastry.
Oscar 4-0, over.
Oscar 4-0, go ahead. Over.
Just checking.
Exterior High Street evening. Angel and Danny walk the quiet streets again.
What about Dirty Harry?
No.
Lethal Weapon?
No.
You've seen Die Hard, though.
No.
Bad Boys 2?
Evening. No.
You haven't even seen Bad Boys 2?
Interior locker room evening. Angel and a pumps Danny change out of their uniform.
Oof. Hell of a day.
Yep.
Same again tomorrow?
Yep.
Angel opens his locker. Hundreds of apples tumble out. Inside, a note reads, "Welcome, Sergeant."
That wasn't me.
The other officers appear snickering, the Andys, Fisher, and Thatcher, who is in her bra. We hear a round of applause. Interior Swan Hotel function room evening. The applause continues over a sign reading NWA 7 p.m. Tom Weaver introduces Angel to a large group of village folk, including Joyce, Cooper, and the Porters. Frank is also present, as is a snoring Bernard. Weaver introduced the bookish cyclist glimpsed that morning.
This is Amanda Paver, headmistress of the Stanford Primary, and Simon Skinner. I believe you met.
Oh, we're already some friends.
Simon Skinner beams at Angel, who is a little unnerved. A middle-aged woman fusses over a floral display reading, "Welcome, Sergeant."
And this is Leslie Tiller, our local floral whiz. Her hypocritical contributions have helped put Stanford on the map. She prepared this especially for you.
She's ever so good.
James Reaper, who owns Bargain Farm.
Weaver introduces the tall, ruddy farmer from the bar.
I hear you're quite the marksman. Perhaps you might like to join us for a shoot one day.
I haven't held a firearm in over 2 years, Mr. Reaper, and I'm more than happy to keep it that way.
You will be popular with the local birds.
A ripple of polite laughter as the group gather around and sit at a large circular table. Skinner stares at Angel, grinning.
Hello, Nicholas, Reverend Shooter. May I say how pleased we are to have an angel at our table?
More laughter.
Actually, I was hoping you might be able to read the homily at Sunday service.
To be honest, Reverend, that might be a little hypocritical of me.
Oh, are we an atheist?
No, I'm open to the concept of religion. I'm just not entirely convinced.
You're agnostic?
I think I have a cream for that.
More laughter. Weaver nods to a tweedy, bearded doctor.
And this is Robin Hatcher, our resident sawbones.
Hopefully we won't see too much of each other over the coming months.
Dr. Hatcher smiles at Angel. More laughter.
All that remains to say is welcome to our weekly meeting of the Neighborhood Watch Alliance.
We're basically a group of volunteers who strive to keep the village just so.
We're the community that cares.
Well, it's good to know that we have support of the community.
Well, not the whole community.
We don't let any old riffraff in.
A huge laugh. Joyce Cooper brings the meeting to order.
Now, quick announcement before we begin. Janet Barker has just given birth to twins. Congratulations to her. We'll be keeping a keen eye on them as they grow up. Tom?
Thanks, Joyce. To business, then.
Weaver affects a deadly earnest tone of voice.
I'm sure many of you will have noticed the return of the blight on our streets, one which is all the more disturbing of the Village of the Year contest looms. I speak, of course, of the extremely irritating living statue.
An image of the living statue on an overhead projector. There are mumbles of irritating. Angel stifles a yawn. Frank smiles and pats him on the back. Interior Swan Hotel room evening montage. Angel listens to the radio and waters his potted plant.
Newly released Home Office statistics show crime in the capital soaring.
Later, a dejected Angel is on the phone. We hear the recorded voice of a Met sergeant from the first scene.
I'm out of the office at the present. If it's an emergency, call 999.
Later, Angel lies awake in his bed. His floral tribute appears almost funereal along the wall.
Police work is as much about preventing crime as it is about fighting crime. More importantly, it's about procedural correctness in the execution of unquestionable moral authority. Any questions?
We see Angel is talking to a group of young school kids. Danny sits cross-legged with them, puts his hand up.
Is it true if you shot a man in a particular spot on the head, you can make it blow up?
Later, Angel and Danny talk to headmistress Amanda Paver. A wiry young reporter approaches with a camera.
Hi, Tim Messenger. Quick snap for the Sanford Citizen.
Later, Angel poses awkwardly with the school kids.
How about if you put the teacher in handcuffs?
I'm not sure that gives off the right signals.
Get a little blonde kid your hat.
Angel looks at the sweet blonde-haired boy next to him.
I'd rather not.
Leave your hit and stick about.
No.
Interior Swan Hotel dining room morning. Flash, we see the newspaper article, Short Arm of the Law, Top Cop Angle tells it to the kids. Angel circles the typo as he sits in the vast dining room. Both approaches with tea.
Oh, can I have your autograph, please?
Angel laughs it off bashfully.
I do need your signature for breakfast.
Oh, sorry.
Interior locker room morning. Angel opens his locker. It is plastered with photocopies of the article. The angle typo is underlined in red. Interior station morning. Angel makes his way to his office. Snickering officers greet him with Sergeant Angle, including the now straight-haired desk sergeant.
Morning, Angle. Morning, Angle.
Morning, Angle.
Morning,
Angle.
Walker.
I think I just prefer to be called Angle.
Angel feigns good humor but looks irritated. His phone rings. He picks up.
Sergeant Angel, the Swan has escaped. And where exactly has the Swan escaped from? And who might you be? Mr. Staker. Mr. P.I. Staker. Piss Taker, come on!
Angel looks around at his fellow officer at the other end of the phone. He realizes that no one is. Exterior church day. Angel and Danny talk to an old man in a car by a moat.
Yes, Mrs. Staker, we'll do everything we can to get her back. Can you describe her?
2 foot tall, long, slender neck.
Go on.
Orange and black bill.
Anything else?
She's a swan.
Exterior park dusk. Danny and Angel close in on a swan which waddles through a park. However, it evades them every time they draw near. Interior newsagent day. Danny buys a cornetto from a smirking Annette Roper. Angel stands nearby whilst looking elsewhere.
No luck catching them swans then?
Just the one swan, actually.
Exterior SWAT car, Stanford Square. Day. Angel and Danny sit in their usual parking space. Stanford life drifts by. The living statue is also present.
You want anything from the shop?
You've just been to the shop.
I was thinking of a different shop.
Constable Butterman, this is not the time for personal errands.
But there's nothing going on.
Look, there's always something going on. Look around you. What do you see?
People, cars, that gold bloke, the swan.
Where? I'm serious. You have to look closer. Look, what about him in the big coat?
Angel nods over to an ancient man in a heavy winter coat.
Mr. Thatcher.
Well, why is Mr. Thatcher wearing that big coat? He can't be cold. Why the extra layer? He might be hiding something.
But that's Mr. Thatcher.
Okay, what about him?
Angel nods over to a man in a purple shell suit with his cap pulled down low over his face.
Ask yourself why he has his hat pulled down like that.
He's fuck ugly.
Or he doesn't want you to see his face.
Because he's fuck ugly.
Changing tack, Angel nods to a hulking man clad in denim.
All right, well, what's his story?
That's Lurch.
Go on.
He's a trolley boy at the supermarket.
Good.
Real name Michael Armstrong.
Okay.
Dad says he's got a child's mind.
Uh-huh.
Lives up Summer Street with his mum and his sister.
Are they as big as him?
Who?
The mum and the sister.
Same person.
Which shop are you thinking of?
Interior Summer Isles day. As Danny delves in a video bargain bin full of action films, Angel loiters in organic produce. He spots 2 gruff-looking butchers behind a meat counter. They nod hello.
Sergeant Angel to the manager's office. Manager's office. Sergeant Angel.
Interior manager's office day. Angel strides into the office where Simon Skinner reads the top cop story in the Sanford Citizen. A slutty checkout girl lounges beside him. One wall is lined with sketches of a drive-through supermarket, while others with security monitors. A fun-running trophy sits conspicuously on the shelf.
Ah, Sergeant Angel. Or is it Angle? Mr. Skinner, a baby sicked up in aisle 6. Excuse me, Michael.
The now uniformed lurch lumbers past the doorway.
Yarp.
Child vomit. Aisle 6. Mop it up.
Yarp.
Is there a problem, Mr. Skinner?
No, I just wanted to say how lovely it is to see you supporting a local store.
It's quite all right.
All too many have defected to the big Safeway in Beaufort Abbey, and may their heads be struck from their shoulders for such disloyalty.
Yes, well, if you'll excuse me, Mr. Skinner, I am on duty.
Of course, I simply spied you loitering in the organic produce and assumed you had time on your hands.
Well, maybe there's someone else you should be keeping an eye on.
Skinner looks to look at the CCTV. On one screen, we see a small, well-dressed man climbing out of a Range Rover.
That's the fridge magnet.
The fridge magnet?
Name's George Merchant. Made a fortune in kitchen goods. Built that monstrosity on North Avenue. He'll validate his parking with paltry snickers, a scruffy off to his solicitor office all afternoon. I swear I'll have to have the boys tow him away.
Actually, I wasn't talking about him.
Oh?
I was talking about him.
Angel points to a different screen. We see a shopper rather obviously stuffing biscuits into his trousers.
Ah.
Excuse me.
Interior Summer Isles day. Angel strides straight up to the shopper. It is the man in the purple shell suit from the square.
Excuse me.
The shoplifter freezes for a moment, then scarpers. Danny reads the cover of Jackie Chan's Super Cop when Angel explodes into life, chasing the shoplifter down the aisle. He throws the video back in the bin and follows suit. Exterior supermarket high street day. The shoplifter bursts onto the street with Angel in hot pursuit. The usual friendly greetings from folk are bestowed on Angel as he sprints by. It sounds surreal. They race past shopkeepers who report into their radios. They also pass the living statue. He doesn't budge. The shoplifter avoids being hit by a Reaper's 4x4. Angel vaults over the bonnet. The shoplifter runs into an alley. Angel follows but comes to a stop at the alley entrance.
Oh, you mothers!
Several young mothers with pushchairs clog up the alley. Danny catches up with Angel. He's very out of breath.
Let's cut through here.
To the gardens.
What's the matter? Never taken a shortcut before?
Angel leaps over a garden fence, then the next one, then the next. It's an amazing acrobatic feat. Danny gasps and follows Angel, but trips and crashes through the fence. Angel lands back in the alley when suddenly he spots the Swan, waddling past the mouth of the alley. Angel is torn for a split second, then resumes the shoplifter chase. Angel runs into the hoodies, spraying a graffiti tag reading G on a wall. Upon seeing Angel, the hoodies immediately scatter like roaches, dropping their spray cans on the floor. Angel scoops up the spray can and hurls it through the air. It hits the shoplifter in the head. He crashes to the floor hard. Angel picks the shoplifter up. Danny approaches.
You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defense if you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court. Anything you say may be given in evidence.
All right, Danny.
All right, Pete.
You know this man.
Yeah, he's Aunt Jackie's sister's brother's boy.
And it didn't occur to you to mention this before?
Couldn't see his face, could I? I'm not made of eyes.
Interior custody suite day. We see flash cuts of Peter Cocker being processed, mugshot prints. Angel fills out the arrest paperwork. Fisher ambles over.
Impressive collar. Shame Mr. Skinner doesn't want to press charges.
What do you mean he doesn't want to press charges?
I'm simply suggesting Peter, be given a second chance.
Angel turns to see Skinner distributing the stolen biscuits to officers, including a curly-haired desk sergeant.
Before he becomes just another crime statistic, I'm sure he's learned a valuable lesson.
Dealing biscuits is wrong?
Correct.
Ooh, thanks.
And yet we respond by not taking a single punitive measure.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Like biscuits, isn't it?
Mr. Skinner.
Everything all right?
Angel turns to see Frank at the doorway eating ice cream.
Mr. Skinner feels it would be best if we don't prosecute an individual who has blatantly committed an offense.
Leave this with me, boys. I'll make sure everyone gets their desserts.
Interior, exterior, squad car day. Angel sits with a speed gun recording passing cars. Danny has his feet up and is eating some of the stolen biscuits. Behind them is a sign reading, "You are now leaving Sanford."
27. Why are we on traffic?
Dad's probably giving us a rest after all that jumping over fences.
I don't need a rest.
There's an amazing bit in Point Break where they jump over fences.
Is there now? 28.
Yeah, Patrick Swayze's robbed this bank and Keanu Reeves chases him through people's gardens. And then Keanu lands really badly, breaks his leg off, and he's like, ah!
30.
And then he goes to shoot Swayze, but he can't because he loves him so much, and he fires up in the air and he's going, ah!
30.
Have you ever fired your gun up in the air and gone, ah?
No, Constable, I've never fired my gun in the air while going, ah. 30.
Sorry, I just feel like I'm missing out sometimes. I want to do what you do.
You do what I do. What on earth do you think you're missing out on?
I don't know. Gunfights, car chases, proper action and shit.
Proper policing isn't about action. Or shit.
Yeah, but you got to fire a gun. How come we don't all have guns?
Arming the entire British police service would not necessarily lower the rate of crime. Guns aren't toys, Constable. Opening fire on another human being is a difficult and dizzying experience. 29. Look, if you paid attention to me in school, you'd know it's not all about gunfights and car chases.
A McGain speeds past them. Danny and Angel exchange a look.
Fire up the roof.
Yeah? Where is it?
Angel flicks the siren on. They peel out at speed. The McGain pulls over, ending the chase before it begins.
That was brilliant.
They walk over to the McGain. The smartly dressed driver winds down his window. Angel can see a nervous young woman in the passenger seat. The driver hands over his license.
Going a tad fast, officer.
Yes, you were, Mr. Blower.
Angel starts speedily scribbling in his notebook.
Staging an homage to Baz Luhrmann's William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet tonight, and I'm a tad late for dress rehearsal. I'm playing the eponymous hero, you see. Romeo, not Juliet. What are you writing?
Everything you say so I can refer to it later.
Now, officer, I am a respected solicitor. There's no need to...
Angel continues to write. Danny watches this with interest.
Stop writing. I was merely trying to explain why I might have exceeded the speed limit.
You're playing the male lead in a production of Baz Luhrmann's William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, and you're late for the dress rehearsal. You think this is a sufficient reason to travel a 48 in a 30 zone?
Well,
To flout laws put in place to save lives.
This is preposterous.
Preposterous.
I've never been... Stop writing.
Stop writing.
Look, you're right. I apologize.
Angel hands him a ticket.
Payable in 14 days.
Angel and Danny get back into their car.
You see what I did there?
You hypnotized him.
Angel waves his pocketbook in Danny's face.
I used this. The most important piece of police hardware. This has saved my skin on so many occasions. Think about using yours more often.
I do use mine.
Danny produces his pocketbook. Angel flips through the pages. We see a flick illustration of cops shooting someone dead with red ink for blood. Angel shakes his head.
This is just extraordinary.
Wait till you see the one on the other side.
Interior locker room, front desk, evening. Angel and Danny stride out of the station in their cities.
What are you up to tonight?
I have to water my peace lily.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Just thought you might want to do something.
What exactly were you thinking?
Pub?
I don't think that's a good idea, do you?
Angel glares at Danny. The now straight-haired desk sergeant calls after him.
Oi, you two. Mr. Blower left you tickets for Romeo and Juliet tonight. Said it was by way of an apology.
Yeah?
Well, we can't accept gifts from someone we officially rebuked, so...
Yeah.
Angel calmly rips up both tickets in front of a deflated Danny. Angel makes to leave again just as Frank enters.
Oh, Nicholas, glad I caught you. Wondering if you wouldn't mind representing us at the Amdram tonight. I'm otherwise engaged, and it'd be good to show a faith from your constabulary.
Of course, sir.
And there's a spat for Daddy, too.
Yeah?
Interior auditorium later. Angel's expression is one of abject horror. Danny is asleep. On stage, Blower is clad in Baz Luhrmann Romeo gear, complete with suit of armor, floppy fringe, and revolver. He leans over Eve Draper's Juliet, who lies in a state on a prop altar. He uncaps a large bottle of poison marked with a skull and crossbones and holds it aloft.
A dateless bargain to engrossing death. Here's to my love.
He drinks the poison just as Juliet awakes with an exaggerated yawn. Romeo and Juliet look at each other in horror.
Then, drunk, not whole, one drop to help me after. I'll kiss thy lips happily, some poison doth hang on them.
They kiss with tongues. It goes on for far too long. Romeo goes limp. Juliet picks up his gun and shoots herself with a click. The stage goes to black. The lights come up again to reveal the whole cast performing a knees-up Mother Brown version of the Cardigans' Love Fool. The audience applauds. A relieved Angel joins in. Danny wakes up. On stage, the cast take their bows. Leslie Tiller walks on stage with a bouquet of flowers.
Good.
Interior theater bar later. In the packed bar, Danny downs a pint and Angel downs a cranberry juice. A beaming Tim Messenger sidles over.
Sergeant Angel, quick word for the Sanford Citizen.
It was enjoyable.
Cop enjoys watching young lovers.
I don't think so.
Local Bobby gives thumbs up to teen suicide.
That's grossly inappropriate.
You will spell his name correctly this time, won't you, Timothy?
Skinner swoops in and leads Angel away from Messenger.
Absolute tosh, wasn't it? Annoyingly, the understudies are actually professional actors. Greg was an extra in Straw Dogs, and Cherie portrayed a cadaver in Prime Suspect.
Skinner nods to an older couple who wave back at him. A still made-up Martin Blower and his female lead rush over.
Sergeant Angel, you came. I'm so thrilled you accepted my...
Our inspector requested we attend.
Yes, we can't accept gifts from someone we've officially rebuked, so jog on.
Well, congratulations anyway to you and Mrs. Blower.
Oh, this is my wife.
Yes, where's Edna, Martin?
She's at home with the dogs. This is Miss Draper, my leading lady.
Isn't she just? Eve works for the council, Sergeant. Quite the lady in the know.
Eve Draper snorts an alarmingly high-pitched laugh.
I'm not.
Nonsense. I'm sure if we bashed your head in, all sorts of secrets would come tumbling out.
Eve lets out a George Merchant approaches.
I know he's around here somewhere.
Aria and Merchant at the top of 57.
Yes.
Romeo, Romeo, a pint of bitter for Romeo.
Yes, for sure. Thank you.
A pleasure, my liege.
Angel stops the blonde school kid from his school talk in the other room, sipping Coke and staring at him.
She's nice, ain't she?
She certainly has a distinctive laugh.
She was in my year at school. Always had a thing for her.
Well, she always has a thing for older men.
What, with Blower? No way.
We just sat through 3 hours of so-called acting tonight, Constable, and the kiss was the only convincing moment in it.
Now you mention it, I too have reason to believe she favours the older gent.
Really? How so?
Marcus Carter's big brother said he fingered her up the duck pond.
Angel spits out his cranberry juice. Exterior Sanford Playhouse night. Theater goers spill out onto the street as Blower closes up.
Again, let me extend my sincere apologies for earlier.
Good night, Mr. Blower. Drive safe.
Angel and Danny turn away and walk home. Danny chuckles.
Joyce say, you got him then. You know, that's the bloke we done for speeding earlier.
I know, and hopefully that's the last we'll see of him.
Angel smiles. He and Danny walk off, revealing a figure swathed in a black cloak. We cannot see its face. It darts into the alley behind the Playhouse building. In flash cuts, we see an axe blade glint, a door pane smashed, a gloved hand finds the door handle. Interior dressing room continuous. Martin Blower rips the foil from a bottle of champagne. There's a knock at the door. Blower coos back.
Who is it?
The door opens. It's Eve Draper. Blower grins. We haven't got long. Eve grins. A champagne cork pops, bubbly foam.
To us.
There's another knock at the door. Blower shouts, worried. Blower inches the door open. An axe smashes down into Blower's neck. The champagne drops. Eve screams. Interior, Swan Hotel bedroom, early morning. A call button flashes, red in the darkness. Angel picks up.
Decaffeinated?
Exterior lay-by morning. Two decapitated heads lie surrounded by pieces of metal.
Little Brian Libby found them, out on his paper round. He'll be having nightmares for a while.
Fisher addresses Angel, Danny, Thatcher, and Walker. Behind is a blood-spattered, "You are now leaving Sanford" sign.
Must have hit the sign at some speed. Took the whole top off.
I've had my top off on this lay-by. Ha ha ha.
Fisher points to where Blower's McGain had come to a violent stop. The top half of the car has been shaved off.
Most likely lost control. Left the road here and ended up there. So, what do you think we should do, Sergeant Angel?
We
should cordon off the area, screen the remains from public view, and close off the road until the ambulance arrives, whereupon we should open a single lane of traffic to ease congestion.
Very good. What he said.
Flash cuts, a cordon unfurled, tents erected, cones set out. Angel and Danny wave on the morning traffic past the crash site. James Reaper leans out of his 4x4.
What happened, Danny?
Accident.
Nasty way to go.
Constable, official vocab states which incidents are now referred to as collisions, not car accidents.
A red MG slows to a stop. Skinner leans out of the window.
For never there was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
I'm sorry?
Martin and Eve, such a tragedy.
Skinner goes to pull away. Angel stands in front of his car.
Mrs. Skinner, could you please tell me how you knew the identity of the persons involved?
Of course. When I didn't get my citizens delivered this morning, I rang Annette Roper to inquire after young Brian. You know how it is. News travels fast.
Skinner pulls away fast. Angel watches his MG go and makes a note of the personalized number plate SS1. Behind, Amanda Paver pulls up on her bicycle and talks to Danny.
What's happened?
Traffic collision. Why can't we say accident again?
Because accident implies there's no one to blame.
Interior Station CID office day.
What about him? Oh, put a sock in town mouse.
Yeah, you want to be a big cop in a small town? Bugger off up the model village.
The Andys sit in their office eating ice cream. Danny enters with another bowl, which Angel declines.
Look, I'm just saying, things aren't always as simple as they look.
But most of the times they are. Let's wait until Mr. Hatchet comes back with something before you go jump into the Kalishnikov.
Well, in the meantime, why not start checking out some of Martin Blower's clients?
Martin Blower represents down near most of the village. You want us to go through the whole phone book?
Yeah, we'll put a call into Aaron A. Aronson, shall we?
Look, please don't be childish. At least think about interviewing the widow. Mr. Blower was clearly having an affair with Eve Draper.
And how do you establish that?
Danny slams his fist on the table. Angel jumps.
We sat through 3 hours of so-called acting last night. The kiss was the only convincing moment in it.
Danny flashes a grin at the bemused Angel.
All right, I'm down.
Yeah, what else you got, Tango and Hutch?
Simon Skinner.
What about him?
He was acting suspiciously at the collision scene.
He runs the local supermarket.
Anything else?
Skid marks.
He's been childish.
There were no skid marks at the scene. Don't you think it's a little strange that Mr. Blower would lose control and not think to apply his brakes?
For the first time, the Andes do not have an answer.
If there's no skid marks, it follows that for 300 or 400 yards, the driver and the passenger made no attempt to prevent their fate. You don't have to be a detective to work that out.
Yeah.
Frank pops into the office. He's also eating ice cream.
You causing trouble?
I was talking to detectives about the accident.
Yeah.
Dreadful business. You free?
Yes, they are.
Good. Got a spot of bother up at Elroy Farm. Old Arthur Webley's been chipping headroom to him.
Yes, sir?
That's it.
Yes, sir.
You want grassroots?
Interior squad car day. Danny drives a pissed-off Angel up the dirt road. PC Bob Walker is in the back. Saxon drools on Angel's shoulder.
Why do we use the dog?
Not the dog we need.
Exterior farmhouse day. A white-haired farmer, Arthur Weebly, stands at his door with a shotgun broken over his arm.
Here, just Looney chopped down his, couldn't see view no more, so what's it been about?
Right. What did he say?
He said, hey, I don't know. I chopped him down because he couldn't see what people wondered about.
Right. What did he say?
He said a hedge is a hedge. He only chopped it down because it spoiled his view. What's reaping mourning about?
Right, but that's not the point, Mr. Webley.
What you was walking about was this. Is there no running about ball and the night and them youths?
He said, what are you thinking of? You didn't know they're running about. He said, I was up, but you know.
Then bloody who?
Woods.
What does he mean by that?
Probably them kids.
Mr. Webley, I appreciate your position, but you can't go around cutting down other people's hedges without permission.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Mr. Webley, I trust you have a license for that.
As for this one.
He does for this one.
Well, he does for this one.
What do you mean by this one?
Angel and Danny peer in as Weebly opens the door to a huge outbuilding. The daylight illuminates an enormous arsenal of antique firearms. Rifles, shotguns, pistols, blunderbusses. It's a museum of firepower.
By the power of Grayskull.
Where on earth did you get these?
Found him.
And what is that?
Angel points to an enormous spiky sphere in the corner.
See mine.
Come on.
Well, Mr. Webley, this is an extremely dangerous collection. It's a wonder nobody's been hurt before.
Nah, it's just a lot of junk.
Weebly strikes the sea mine with his walking stick. Angel and Danny's faces go white. There's a resounding clang. Exterior farm day. Angel, Danny, and Weebly come bursting out of the shed. They run in heroic slow motion for the nearby hedge. All three dive over the hedge and land with an enormous crunch. Seconds pass. Nothing. Angel and Danny stand. They peer over the hedge. More seconds pass. Nothing. Interior, exterior, squad car, farm day. Angel is sat in the squad car on the radio. Behind, Weebly and Danny stand with the sea mine.
Yeah, apparently it's deactivated.
That's right, deactivated.
Yes, it's not live.
Looks live.
Interior station day. Flash cuts. Angel and Danny march in with armfuls of guns. The curly-haired desk sergeant tags them. The evidence room is filled, with the sea mine stored on a high shelf.
That was quite an impressive haul today, Constable Butterman.
Maybe we should do something to celebrate. Unless you have to water your peace lily.
What are you thinking exactly?
Interior the Crown night. The pub is having is heaving with a huge cross-section of people. Neighborhood watch, off-duty police, even Frank.
Right you are, my love.
Yes, sir. What can I get you?
Point of lager, please, Roy. And what can I get you that isn't a cranberry juice?
I don't really want to get drunk.
You get a little drunk.
Okay, I'll have one.
That's what I'm talking about.
What's your wine selection?
Oh, we've got red or white.
Pint of lager, please, Roy.
Yeah, Roy.
Angel spies that Andy's at the bar and wanders over.
Any developments from the morning?
Yes, I found nothing. Had to report no misadventure, Mr. Blower, or Mrs. Blowers for alibis.
And Skinner?
He runs a local supermarket. Come on, Sergeant. It's not your job to investigate this incident, is it? Is it?
No, it isn't.
No, it isn't.
Angel and Danny sit down. Angel scribbles in his notebook.
Don't switch off, do you?
You sound like my ex.
Why, did she have a deep voice?
No, she always used to accuse me of not being able to switch off.
Well, you are always thinking away.
It's what I do.
No, I think it's amazing. I mean, what made you want to be a policeman?
Officer.
What made you want to be a policeman officer?
I can't remember a time when I didn't want to be a police officer, apart from the summer of 1979 when I wanted to become with the Frog. It all started with my Uncle Derek. He was a sergeant in the net. Gave me a police pedal car when I was 5. I rode around every moment I was awake, arresting kids twice my size for littering and spitting. I got beaten up a lot, but that didn't stop me. I wanted to be like Uncle Derek.
Sounds like a good bloke.
Actually, he was jailed for selling drugs to students.
What a cunt.
He most likely bought the pedal car with the proceeds. Needless to say, I never went near it again. I let it rust. But I never forget the clear sense of right and wrong I felt at the wheel of that pedal car, and I refused to accept the corruption and the inevitable consequence of authority. I had to prove to myself that the law could be proper and righteous for all good of mankind. I knew then that I was destined to be a police officer.
Shame.
How so?
Think you would have made a great Muppet.
Angel laughs. It's the first time we have seen him do this.
So, what made you want to be a police officer?
Dad does it. I think after Mom died, it's what he wanted. Keep me close by.
Do you mind if I ask how she died?
Traffic collision.
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't worry. Watch this.
Danny sticks a fork in his eye. Scarlet squirts everywhere.
Jesus Christ!
Ta-da!
Danny reveals a tomato at it. Angel laughs.
Get him in, silly bollocks.
Flash cuts. The night wears on. The glasses on the table multiply. Danny and Angel are both tipsy and enjoy each other's company. Danny beats Angel at bar skittles. Later, Angel finds his way to the bar. He sees a beaming Simon Skinner sitting at the bar with another gentleman.
777. Do join us. You've met George Merchant, haven't you?
George Merchant is drunk and morose. Angel sits at the bar.
Good evening, officer.
We were just talking about the accident. Dreadful business.
I've come to know Martin and Eve very well as of late. Such a loss.
What say we drink to their demise?
Isn't it drink to their memory?
Of course. Cheers.
I must go a little boyish room.
Merchant gets off his stool. He is remarkably short.
Little being the operative word. He'll be in bits tomorrow.
Skinner moves off. Angel watches him go, swiveling on his stool. It's a cool moment until Angel slips off his seat.
I think somebody needs to go home.
I'm not that drunk, sir.
Not you. Him.
Frank points to George Merchant, who stands in the corner with his knob out, pissing into the coin tray of a fruit machine. Exterior street. Angel and Danny carry George Merchant along the street. He is unconscious, his feet not touching the ground.
Hey, we did get a little drunk. Get it? It's funny because he's little.
Angel spies the hoodies huddled around a village map. He gestures for Danny to be quiet and sneaks over.
Evening, all.
The hoodies spin and freeze. A freshly sprayed graffiti tag is on the village map. Angel holds out his hand.
Give it here.
The spray can sails past Angel's head and hits George Merchant full in the face. He and Danny fall to the floor. The hoodies scatter. Angel steams over, grabbing Hoodie 1 and pulling him back into a nearby bin. Angel grabs Hoodie 2 and spins him round, pulling the hood over his face. Angel finds himself face to face with the blonde school kid. Hoodie 1, meanwhile, clambers out of the bin and runs off. A thrown Angel looks on as the blonde school kid flips his hood back up and runs off.
Let him go. He'll come round again.
Angel and Danny pick Merchant up and carry him off.
We know where his house is, right?
Oh, yes.
Exterior street, night. Danny stops looking up at a monstrous piece of architecture.
Good grief.
6 months ago, that was a pear orchard.
I want to throw up, but I feel I may add value.
Merchant is suddenly awake, his eyes glaze.
Just here. How much do I owe you?
20 quid.
Merchant gives Danny 20 quid. Angel gives it back.
Thank you. And here's your change.
All right.
Merchant disappears inside. Angel and Danny walk away.
I wouldn't want to be him in the morning.
They walk out of shot, revealing a cloaked figure. Exterior George Merchant's house, night. A light flicks on. We see George Martin stumbling around his hall. We also see the cloaked figure watching, waiting. Exterior Danny's house, night. Danny and Angel arrive at Danny's front door.
Well, this is me.
I shall see you in the morning.
Unless you want to come in for a coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
Tea?
No caffeine after midday.
How about another beer?
Interior kitchen, night. A fridge opens. We see a number of bottled beers. George Merchant grabs a beer and swigs at it as he staggers to the toilet. Outside, the cloaked figure watches. Merchant puts his beer on the cistern and has a piss. He flushes, zips back up, and retrieves his beer from the cistern. As he stands back up, behind him we see the cloaked figure who strikes him with a cudgel. Bang! Interior Danny's house, night. Angel drops down onto Danny's sofa and surveys the untidy room. Danny appears to be living out of cardboard boxes.
When did you move in?
Danny enters from the kitchen with 2 cans of beer.
About 5 years ago.
You should get some pot plants.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, I've been tending my peace lily for 3 years now. NASA rates it as one of the top 10 air cleaning plants. It oxygenates the room, it helps me think, and it relieves stress. Its needs are simple, and Janine and I, and she said I love my lily more than her.
Is that why you split up?
What?
Because you done it with the plant.
No. It was more about being obsessed with the job.
But that's good though, isn't it?
I don't know, I did miss a few dinners, parties, a birthday or two.
Well, I mean...
Her dad's funeral. I just want to be good at what I do.
You are good at what you do. You just gotta learn to switch off that big melon.
You know, Danny, I don't know how.
I'll show you how.
Danny opens a cupboard that is stacked full of alphabetized VHS tapes. It's the most ordered area of the entire flat.
By the power of Grayskull!
Danny carefully selects 2 tapes.
Point Break or Bad Boys 2?
Which one do you think I'll prefer?
No, I mean, which one do you want to watch first?
You pull on my leg.
Interior George Merchant's kitchen, night. Merchant is dragged by his feet and dumped into a kitchen chair. Gloved hands empty beans into a pan. Bacon is fried. Gas taps are turned on full. Gas hisses. Interior Danny's house, night. Static hisses as the video flickers to life.
This film is amazing!
So what's it actually about?
An FBI agent who goes undercover to infiltrate a gang of wild, wave-riding, skydiving bank robbers, but falls in love with the surfing lifestyle and the leader's girlfriend and ends up having to make some very tough choices.
So it's based on a true story?
Now that I don't know.
No, I mean, it sounds a little far-fetched.
It's a film, isn't it?
Interior George Merchant's house, night. Hiss. Gloved hands light a candle in the living room. Hiss. Merchant lies motionless in the chair. Hiss. Interior Danny's house, night. Danny and Angel are on the sofa. Point Break ends.
What do you think?
Well, I won't argue that it's a no-holds-barred, adrenaline-fueled thrill ride, but there's no way you could perpetrate that amount of carnage and mayhem without incurring a considerable amount of paperwork.
That's nothing, man. This is about to go off.
Exterior George Merchant's house, night. Kaboom! Merchant's flaming body flies through the air. Interior Danny's house, early morning. Danny's head rests on Angel as they sleep on the sofa. Daylight fills the room as Bad Boys 2 blares from the TV.
This shit just got real!
The phone rings as they open their eyes at the same time. Exterior George Merchant's house morning.
That's the way to go.
Sanford police survey the smoking black husk of Merchant's house. His twisted and burnt cadaver is covered up by Dr. Thatcher. Paramedics carry him off on a gurney.
Seems Mr. Merchant tried to have a little fry-up and left the gas on. Spends his life in the refrigerator, gets killed by an oven. They say you shouldn't eat late at night.
Oh, I don't know. I like a little midnight gobble.
Thatcher and Walker laugh at this. Walker mumbles Cox.
So what do we reckon, Angel?
Fisher looks to a spectacularly groggy Angel and Danny.
Yes?
Help me.
We should set up a proper cordon, keep people back, let the fire crew finish, and get forensics to do a thorough sweep.
Right. What he said.
Angel spots a crew of workmen on the periphery, waiting to clear the smoke. Tim Messenger appears, notebook in hand.
Sergeant, a quick word.
Mr. Messenger, please, a statement will be issued shortly.
Actually, I just wanted to find out, what's your perfect Sunday? I'll deal with the press, Sergeant. Now, my perfect Sunday would begin.
Fisher leads Messenger away. Angel sees Simon Skinner amongst a crowd of onlookers. Skinner waves hello.
What are you thinking? Foul play?
Maybe.
We're just waiting to speak to the last people to see Mr. Merchant alive. Namely, Sergeant Nicholas Asswipe and Constable Fanny Butterdog.
That's us.
The Andes collapse into snickers.
Why is it such a big joke to you? 3 people have died in less than a week.
Oh, come on, Dr. Sherlock. They were accidents.
People have accidents every day.
Ron Spencer got his cravat caught in the mulcher the other week.
But the victims knew each other.
Everyone knows each other around here.
Yeah, if you didn't see anything suspicious, then who did?
Interior Station CCTV office day. Tom Weaver spools through footage of his CCTV monitors. Angel, Frank, Danny, and the Andes look on.
Bit of a blind spot, I'm afraid. We're not that well covered around George Merchant's. We only got the very edge of the explosion.
That's the way to go.
One thing that did catch my eye.
What's that?
You're sticking to the Herberts.
Weaver shows a replay of the drunken hoodie fight and whoops with delight. The Andes snicker. Angel fumes.
This is irrelevant.
I beg to differ. It's the closest we ever come to nabbing the bastards.
Mr. Weaver, let's concentrate.
Weaver pauses the tape on a blurred shot of the blonde kid.
Did you get a good look at this little mischief? And what did he...
Forget that. Just keep looking for anything out of the ordinary in the immediate area of Mr. Merchant's residence. Make note of any car registration spotted in the vicinity. In particular, look out for a red MG license SS1.
Nicholas?
Yes, sir.
I have a moment.
Interior corridor day.
You've got to ease off of these Skinner allegations. He's the manager of the local supermarket.
With respect, sir.
Listen, you are an exceptional officer. Truly exceptional. But you have to let the Andes do their job. If there's anything amiss, we'll hear soon enough. Soon enough. Until then, we have to regard these incidents as accidents.
Yes, sir.
Good boy.
Frank leaves. Angel looks up at the photo on the wall. It is an officer with a big bushy beard. Sergeant Popwell.
Sergeant Angel, I think we found what you're looking for.
Angel runs excitedly over to Weaver's office. The Andes follow suit, as do Danny and Frank. They see CCTV footage of the Swan waddling past Merchant's house.
Go. It was a swan all along.
This is not funny, detective.
Oh, give over, Miss Marples.
Let us do our job and you do yours.
Yeah, haven't you got a church feet to look after?
No, I have not.
Actually,
Exterior church fete day.
lovely day for it, Sergeant.
Aboard Angel patrols at a bustling feat. We see impressive floral displays and banners reading Save the Church Roof and promoting Sanford for Village of the Year. Reverend Shooter sidles up to Angel with a tray of drinks.
Sergeant Angel, Would your theological reservations preclude you from assisting me with the raffle this afternoon? There's a glass of Joyce Cooper's lemonade in it for you.
Angel takes a glass and downs it to Shooter's delight.
Marvelous!
Angel slumps into a nearby chair and surveys the feat. He sees a child messily eating an ice lolly. He looks up to see the father, Sergeant Fisher, doing the same. He sees Doris Thatcher standing with two burly men, giggling at a pig being spit roasted. He sees Walker feed candy floss to Saxon. Bong, a bell rings as Lurch plays a test your strength game. Skinner lurks nearby, manning a bash the rat stall and staring into the distance. Thunder rumbles. Angel follows his gaze over to Tim Messenger, having an animated discussion with Leslie Tiller the florist.
Shark?
Angel jumps. The Andes appear, clutching cans of cider.
Seen any murderings, Nicholas?
Frank and Danny approach dressed in Wild West gear.
Oh, come on now, boys. Leave Sergeant H alone. He's working.
Oh, sorry, Chief. Won't waste any more police time.
The Andes slope off, swigging their cider.
Actually, Nicholas, you may as well take a break.
Great. I've got something to show you.
Angel follows Danny through the crowd until they come to stop at an air rifle range run by the smiling Dr. Thatcher.
This is a rifle range.
You'll be really good at it.
3 cans wins you a squeaky bunny. 5 gets you a puppy lion. Take all out the little people, and you get rolls off with the cuddly monkey.
I thought I made it clear to you how I felt about guns.
It's only an air rifle.
No, Danny.
It is for cuddly monkey.
Angel grudgingly takes an air rifle. Danny smiles expectantly. Angel fires, hitting every can dead center with amazing speed. He lowers the rifle, feeling excited and unclean at once. The Andes watching their cider.
Dear Lord.
Angel hands the rifle to an awed Danny, who inspects it.
Fuck me. That was...
Danny accidentally pulls the trigger. We hear an agonized yell. Dr. Thatcher drops on the floor, clutching his leg. Dear fit day. Angel and Danny walk away from the stall. Angel clutching the cuddly monkey, Danny in shock. Behind a St. John's ambulance team, attended Dr. Hatcher, who is in some pain.
Thanks a lot, Danny.
I can't believe I shot someone.
He's a doctor. He can deal with it.
But I've never shot anyone before.
Believe me, Constable, it's not something you ever get used to.
Yeah. Maybe we should go on the bouncy castle. Take our minds off it.
Angel spies Skinner talking heatedly with Tim Messenger.
What is it?
Thunder rumbles. Before Angel can answer, a young boy runs right into him. We see that it is the blonde school kid. He and Angel lock eyes. They both look terrified.
Watch where you're going.
Angel turns to see the grandfather.
I do apologize for my grandson. Stand up straight, Gabriel. This is Sergeant Angel.
I've met Gabriel before, actually.
Oh, have you?
Gabriel looks extremely anxious. His eyes go wide.
Yes, I gave a talk at the school, didn't I, Gabriel?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll get a chance to have another chat sometime.
I'm sure Gabriel would love that.
Have a nice afternoon.
Weaver and Gabriel walk off. Gabriel looks back at Angel, his expression of confusion and relief.
What was that about?
Before Angel can answer, a breathless Tim Messenger appears, slamming into Angel.
Sergeant Angel, I need to talk to you about George Merchant, alone. It might be less conspicuous if you don't bring that monkey.
This man is a police officer. I'd like you to treat him with more respect.
I was talking about that.
Messenger nods to Angel's giant cuddly monkey.
Oh.
The churchyard. 10 minutes.
Angel watches Messenger scurry off, passing Simon Skinner.
Gosh, the rats.
Could we have Sergeant Angel to the stage, please?
Angel gives the cuddly monkey to Danny and walks off. Exterior feet day. A distracted Angel takes to a makeshift stage where the Reverend Shooter stands with a tombola and a microphone.
Here to announce the winners is the newest addition to the Stanford Police Force.
Police service.
Sergeant Nicholas Angel.
Hello.
A buzz of feedback from the mic. Angel eyes the clock. It's 3 p.m. The tombola spins. Messenger waits in the churchyard, looks at his watch. Angel picks a name from the tombola.
First name is Simon Skinner.
He's in the loo.
Too much of Joyce's lemonade, perhaps?
Laughter from the crowd. Thunder rumbles. We see a black-gloved hand on a church door handle. The tombola spins. Angel looks at the clock. We see black boots race up belfry steps. Messenger still waits. Sweat forms on his brow. Angel picks another name.
Tim Messenger.
Tim, your number's up.
There's much hubbub. Thunder rumbles. Closer this time. Angel looks in the crowd frantically. Unseen, a cloaked figure steps onto the church roof. Angel jumps down off the makeshift stage. Black-gloved hands push a loose turret stone. Tim Messenger stands directly below. Angel strides through the crowd. The gloved hand presses on the turret. The stone cracks. Angel breaks into a run. He reaches the churchyard. The stone breaks away from the roof and falls down. Angel runs into the churchyard, sees Tim Messenger. Splat! The tip of the stone crushes Messenger's head. Angel jerks back in horror. Tim Messenger now looks utterly surreal, with an upside-down cone where his head should be. The off-duty police arrive on the scene, along with many of the NWA. Simon Skinner runs over from a chemical toilet.
Be back! There's been a terrible accident!
There's much hubbub and murmurs of the word accident from the crowd. Fisher steps in, not having seen the body.
What accident?
He
Oh,
sees
right.
Angel grimaces, looks to the church roof, and races off. Exterior, church steps, roof, continuous. Angel runs up the church steps to the roof. He flings the door open and peers out. There's no one there. He comes back down to find all off-duty police waiting at the door, along with the troubled Reverend Shooter.
Nicholas, what is it?
So I think all of these deaths are linked. Tim Messenger was murdered. Reverend Shooter?
You did.
Who could do something like this?
Maybe it was a swan.
Apparently they can break a man's arm.
Or blow up a man's house.
Look.
Oh, there, Nicholas. Let me get this straight. Are you saying that this is a crime scene?
Yes, sir, I am.
Very well, detectives. Very well. Detectives, start interviewing everyone who was at the feet. Sergeant Fisher, secure the area. PC Thatcher, get the CSI down here. PC Patrol. PC Walker, patrol the churchyard with Saxon. Nicholas, Danny, you know what to do.
Exterior churchyard night. Angel and Danny sit in the rain at the crime scene. Danny still wears his cowboy outfit and clutches the monkey.
Do you really think this is murder?
Yeah, I just don't think we should rule it out.
Yeah, I think you're right.
PC Walker passes with Saxon.
I think you're full of shit.
He thinks you're talking a load of shit. Swings and roundabouts, in it.
The Andes wander past. Angel and Danny get up and approach.
Did you find anything?
Yes, I was extremely shocked when I looked at my watch and discovered the pubs were shut.
What about his house? Have you checked his office? Read his articles?
You want to wade through every copy of the Sanford Bloody Citizen, be our guest.
It's your job, isn't it? Detect!
This isn't the city, Mr. Angel. Not everyone is a murdering psychopath. I totally realize that, you and your monkey.
The Andes walk off into the night. Danny holds up the Kayli monkey.
Did he mean me or that?
A furious Angel puts his head in his hands.
Maybe we should go home.
What do you mean?
Well, there's nothing going on, is there?
Have you listened to anything I've said, Constable?
What do you mean?
Has anything I've told you in the last few weeks even gotten through that thick skull of yours?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You said I could be an amazing policeman officer.
There's always something going on, Danny, and you'll never be an amazing police officer until you understand that.
I remembered something else you said.
Yeah, and what was that?
Don't know how to switch off.
Angel stalks back to his stool and again guards the cordon. He sits alone in the rain, soaking to the skin. Interior Swan Hotel corridor bedroom night. Angel approaches his door, unlocks it and enters. On the bed is the sodden, cuddly monkey with a card reading, "This was left for you at reception. Regards, Joyce." Angel slumps into a chair, picks up his phone and dials.
I'm out of the office at the present.
Angel spies the Sanford Citizen featuring him on the cover. He sees the byline, words and pictures by Tim Messenger. Angel hangs up and flicks through the paper past mundane stories, bypass still unannounced Sanford family trees. He stops at a feature entitled Sanford People with an accompanying photo of George Merchant. A quote reads, "This is just the beginning. I have big plans for Sanford." Angel looks inspired. He grabs his pen and a notebook. Exterior, interior, library morning. Angel sits at a table surrounded by archived volumes of the Sanford Citizen. He flips through the pages at speed. We see flash cuts of Angel sourcing articles, photocopying relevant pages, highlighting crucial sentences, and even correcting the odd typo. It's a blizzard of information. We see Angel highlight a sentence reading, "Mr. G. Merchant has applied for planning permission." We see another headline, "George of the Jungle, Merchant buys scrubland." We see a photo of Martin Blower outside the Sanford Playhouse. The headline reads, "From bar to verse, solicitor finances drama society." The pages flip faster. The words start to blur. There has never been a more exciting scene in film history. Interior, station, morning. A glum Danny sits at a desk. Angel enters. Danny doesn't look up. Angel struggles with a guilty greeting.
Morning, Constable.
All right.
Thanks for the monkey.
It's yours.
Yeah, but I want it for you. Danny, I think I'm onto something.
Are you?
I think with a little bit of deliberation, we can figure out what links these deaths.
Angel slaps a thick bundle of photocopies on the table.
I can't do this by myself, Danny.
Danny looks touched. The Andes breeze past their desk.
Morning, Benders.
What are you up to?
Nothing.
The Andes leave. Angel smiles at Danny.
Come on, partner. Let's go to work.
Fisher pokes his head out of his office, a note in hand.
Sergeant Angel, someone from London rang for you.
Tell him I'll ring him back.
Exterior High Street day. Danny and Angel walk their beats, striding in perfect time.
Tim Messenger.
Go.
Editor and journalist for the Sanford Citizen.
Uh-huh.
Fondness for puns.
Go on.
Terrible speller.
Oh, yeah?
But nevertheless, I had uncovered important information about...
Interior, exterior, squad car day. Angel and Danny neglect their speed gun duty.
George Merchant.
Self-made millionaire.
Cha-ching.
Fancied himself a property developer.
Uh-huh.
Had big plans for Sanford.
Pissed on the floor in the Crown.
But more importantly, was a very good friend and client of...
Interior, exterior, street day. Angel and Danny walk the beat again.
Martin Blower.
Affirmation.
Respected solicitor and leading light of the local drama society.
Bad actor.
Undoubtedly.
Bad driver.
Not necessarily.
Cheated on his missus.
Most certainly. We both know who with.
Exterior squad car day. Angel and Danny drive back to the station.
Eve Draper.
Blower's leading lady. Distinctive laugh.
Oh, yes.
Liked older men.
Fingered.
But crucially, where did she work?
Council.
Specifically?
Department of Planning and Development.
Where George Merchant had secured permission to build his dubious mansion on Norris Ave.
So...
Interior station evening, back in the office, the energy flags. Danny has his head on Angel, the table. Angel flicks endlessly through his notes.
Tim Messenger was onto something about George Merchant, who was into something with Martin Blower, who was up to something with Eve Draper.
And Simon Skinner has something to do with it all.
But he runs the local supermarket.
So?
I don't know. I mean, it was all accidents. People have accidents every day. Gary Butcher drowned in his own septic tank the other week.
Angel puts his head on the table too. Frank swings by.
What are you two up to?
Nothing.
Well, look sharp. There's reports of fire at the station.
What?
Doris produces a cake with a single candle stuck in it. The other officers gather around singing happy birthday. Angel then notices cards and banners that have clearly been there the whole day, all reading happy birthday, Danny.
You should have said something.
We were working, weren't we?
Angel is ashamed of himself. He slinks away to the door.
Where are you going?
Personal errand.
Exterior station evening. The squad car races along the street, lights flashing. Exterior florist nursery evening. Angel pulls up outside, mourns as Leslie. and puts his notebook emphatically on the dashboard. Angel arrives at the door as Leslie Tiller is shutting up.
Oh, Miss Tiller, I was wondering if you had any peace lilies.
Of course, I was just about to pop off, actually.
Interior florist nursery evening. Leslie Tiller cuts wrapping paper with large garden shears.
I can never find my scissors. Is this for someone special?
Yes, it is.
Angel spies packing crates and boxes on the floor.
Are you going somewhere, Miss Tiller?
No, well, yes. I'm moving away. It's all a bit out of the blue. I was planning to disappear quietly, actually. I do hate goodbyes.
And why the move, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, just between you and I.
Leslie Tiller seems a little edgy. Angel is intrigued.
Yes?
You know that fella who blew up?
George Merchant.
That's him. Well, George Merchant, God rest him, he wanted to buy this land, so he sends around his Liga fella, Martin Blower, God rest him. I thought I might take them up on it because I've been thinking about moving for some time. I haven't actually got that much family around here, save for the cousin Sissy. And while the Village of the Year stuff is great and everything, I don't really see anything from it, so I thought I might take them up on the offer and move to Beaufort Abbey. Would you like a card with this?
No, it's okay. You were saying about the offer.
Well, turns out that Martin Blower, God rest him, knew where the new bypass road is going because he was knocking off Eve Japer from the council, God rest her. Then that reporter, God rest him, finds out about the route and tells him the land's very valuable, 10 times what George Merton and Martin Blower, God rest them, offered me. So, with them having passed on and me still owning the land, I decided to sell it on myself to some folks from the city that Martin, George, and Eve, God rest the lot of them, have been talking to. Apparently, they want to build some big shopping center or something. Of course, Cousin Sissy won't be too happy about that, but as far as I'm concerned, then
Angel pats his pocket for his notebook.
Would you excuse me for 1 second?
Of course.
Exterior florist nursery night. Angel leaves the florist. He runs back to the car to get his pocketbook. In the background, we can see Leslie Tiller wrapping the flowers. Also see the cloaked figure slips in from the back room of the shop, grabs the shears, and plunges them into Leslie Tiller's throat. Blood spurts all over the counter and front window. Angel turns back to see Tiller dead, shears in her neck, the blood, a shadow disappearing into the stock room.
Stop! In the name of the law!
Angel runs towards the florist, throwing his truncheon at the window. It shatters a second before he jumps through. Interior, exterior, florist, nursery, night. Angel runs into the stock room to see the cloaked figure running through the aisles. He gives chase. Smash! The cloaked figure jumps through a greenhouse window, catching their leg on the frame. Angel is almost on top of him and jumps through the newly smashed window. Landing, he looks up to see the figure now a good 50 meters ahead, running towards a greenhouse and knocking garden furniture in its wake. Angel sprints off again, bursting into the greenhouse and gaining on the cloaked figure. Both knock plants asunder. The cloaked figure slices through a mesh door with a knife and disappears over a hedge at the nursery perimeter. Angel reaches the final hedge to find the cloaked figure now 100 meters away, sprinting across a cricket patch. A breathless Angel stands at the hedge, staring, confused and amazed. Interior, floral, nursery, night. Back at the florist, Angel and Fisher stare at Leslie Tiller, who lies dead, shears protruding from her neck.
Hang about. You're saying this wasn't an accident.
Interior station, night.
Leslie Tiller was murdered.
The assembled officers look at Angel as if he is insane.
What, just like Tim Messenger?
Yes.
And George Merchant?
Yes.
And Eve Draper?
Angel scrawls on a piece of paper the word yes.
Yes.
And Martin Blower?
No, actually.
Really?
Really?
Of course he fucking was!
Danny pops a coin in the swear box.
Thank you, Danny.
Oh, murder. Change the fucking record.
Cartwright pops a coin in the swear box for Wainwright.
Thank you, Andy.
Yes, come on, Sergeant. Got to accept that it was another terrible accident.
Are you suggesting Leslie Tiller somehow tripped and fell on her own shears?
Ben Fletcher fell on his pitchfork the other week.
People have accidents every day. What makes you think it was murder?
Because I was there.
Yeah, that's the point. Why were you there?
I was buying a Japanese peace lily for Constable Butterman's birthday.
Absolute horse shit.
Look, chase a suspect from the scene. Innocent people don't run.
It might have been our old friend, the cactus thief again.
Yeah, he was a prickly customer.
Everyone laughs. Angel crumples against the nonsense.
Am I going completely mad?
Maybe. Maybe you are.
Yeah, maybe you killed her, seeing as you're such a big fan of murder.
What?
Sergeant Angel!
Yes, sir.
Frank ushers Angel into his office and shuts the blinds.
Nicholas, what am I going to do with you?
Chief, you've got to understand.
No, you have to understand. The boys here aren't used to the concepts you're bandying about. The M word, Nicholas. There hasn't been a recorded murder in Sanford for 20 years.
But I'm sure, sir. And what's more, I know who did it.
I hope you're not going to say who I think you're going to say.
Interior Skinner's office night.
Can I see the manager, please?
Angel and Co. burst into Skinner's office to find the checkout girl chewing gum. She intones into the tannoy.
Mr. Skinner, to the manager's office, please. Mr. Skinner, to the manager's office.
Interior Skinner's office night. The cops are all crammed into the office. Angel stands purposefully. Various employees look through the office window.
Sergeant Angel, officers. To what do I owe this pleasure?
I'm arresting you on suspicion of the murder of Leslie Tiller.
Leslie Tiller's dead? How?
She tripped and fell on her own shears.
Angel throws a pen at Fisher's head. He yelps.
I'm also arresting you on suspicion of the murders of Tim Messenger on May the 1st, George Merchant on April 29th, and Eve Draper and Martin Blower on April 28th.
Why on earth would I want to do that, Sergeant?
I'm glad you asked.
Following is illustrated with oodles of flash cuts. It looks pretty damn cool for a British film.
My suspicions were first aroused when you appeared at the scenes of the Blower Draper deaths on the outskirts of Sanford, despite living and working at the center of the village. I couldn't help but recall your comments at the theater the previous evening, where you not only indicated your awareness of the couple's affair, but also inferred that Mrs. Draper's connection to the council might make her privy to important information. You yourself spoke of bashing her head in, perhaps hoping you might discover the route for the proposed Sanford bypass. You were already suspicious that Blower's client, George Merchant, was buying up the area of the land at the edge of the village after a story Tim Messenger ran in the Citizen. You put two and two together after noting Merchant's use of your car park to visit Blower, who you knew all too well had an inside connection to the council. The land Merchant was buying up had no particular value, but as it is, but if it were to be made accessible by a new road, it would become an ideal location for perhaps a retail park. Consumed with concern for your business and potential disloyalty from fickle customers from who yourself stated that the desire to behead, you killed the potential competition in cold blood, staging the murders as accidents. You used the vehicle removal truck to stage the Blower Draper crash and incinerated an old man in his house, covering your tracks with the judicial application of bacon and beans. However, there was a loose end. Tim Messenger foolishly confronted you with the village fate after his own investigations led him to the same conclusions. So you silenced him before you could voice his concerns to me, but not after he had told Leslie Tiller about the same true value of her land. Upon discovering that she was about to sell up to you and the developers, you brutally murdered her with her own shears and made your escape utilizing your impressive prize-winning skills as a fun runner.
Angel finishes his summation by resting his hand on a fun run trophy. The room is astonished. Skinner claps slowly.
Very entertaining, Sergeant Angel, but I'd rather think you've been watching too many films.
Yeah, hasn't.
Why would I kill Leslie? You clearly aren't aware we're related.
Oh, but I am. Cousin sissy.
Angel slaps down a photocopied sheet of a family tree article from the Sanford Citizen. Highlighted are Skinner and Tiller's connected names. Skinner scoffs.
I'm afraid my nickname of Sissy is only a revelation to yourself. My teenage years studying ballet are well known. Very well known.
Sissy Skinner.
Yeah, what a sissy.
Thank you, Andrews. Despite my comment about beheading customers, what we here on Planet Sanford like to refer to as a joke. I would personally relish the competition of another store, anything to energize my workforce.
Skinner gesticulates to his gormless minions outside.
You would relish the competition, especially if it was yourself. As Miss Tiller's only cousin, you're set to inherit the land, on which you planned to build a Summers Isle Express, the perfect one-stop shop for bypass traffic.
Angel points to the sketch of a new store on the wall.
These sketches are just pipe dreams. Anyway, what makes you think I could dislodge part of the church roof? Or, for that matter, stage a car crash?
Well, it's a well-known fact the church roof is in severe need of repair. As for the car, isn't it true that 2 of your employees also operate the council's vehicle removal truck?
Angel points to the gruff-looking butchers. They are the same gruff-looking men from the removal vehicle earlier.
Sergeant, this is the 21st century. I think you find that too many people hold down several jobs. I myself host a life drawing class at the village hall. Tina here is a table dancer at Flappers.
The thing is, Mr. Skinner, you could quite easily have obtained access to the removal vehicle and used it for your own ends.
These accusations are meaningless, Sergeant, unless you can back them up with hard evidence.
Well, you've certainly got me there. We need something conclusive. Like perhaps a wound you sustained on a shard of broken glass this very evening.
Angel awkwardly pulls back Skinner's trouser legs. Nothing.
Oh, Sergeant, this is getting to be embarrassing. Apart from anything else, how can I be in several places at once? I'm sure the store's security footage can absolve me. Do feel free to spool through.
Interior Skinner's office night. A frustrated Angel spools a huge pile of VHS tapes. We see CCTV images of Skinner stagily strolling the shop floor. The other officers drift out of the office grumbling. Soon only Danny and Frank remain. Frank slaps a hand on Angel's shoulder and leaves. Danny picks up another tape.
I can handle this, Danny. You enjoy the rest of your birthday.
Did you really get me that plant?
Yes, but it's been impounded as evidence.
Maybe I can still water it.
Danny leaves as Skinner approaches with Lurch.
Sergeant, I wanted to let you know that if I do indeed now own the land belonging to Leslie, I intend to turn it into a memorial garden in her honor.
Jog on.
Michael will escort Michael, will you escort the sergeant off the premises while he's quite finished?
Yarp.
Interior Swan Hotel dining night. Angel eats alone, a broken man. Joyce serves him wine.
Leslie's dead. How did it happen again?
She tripped and fell on her own shears.
Interior station locker room day. Angel and Danny are getting into uniform. Retrieving his cap, Angel sees the word twat written on the inside.
That wasn't me.
Interior exterior squad car day. Danny and Angel sit in their usual spot as the high street is being decorated with bunting. Danny looks at Angel, who stares off into space.
Look, Nicholas. Mr. Treacher's got his big coat on again. Want anything from the shop?
Cornetto.
Danny buys 2 ice creams from a smirking Annette Roper. Angel watches on morosely.
No luck catching them killers, then?
Just the one killer, actually.
Exterior squared day. Danny throws some change into the fountain. They get into the squad car licking their ice creams. Annette's words echo in Angel's head. No luck catching them killers, then. Licking his ice cream, Angel ponders Danny's response. It's just the one killer, actually. The words resonate. Angel stops eating his ice cream. His eyes go wide.
What's the matter? Got brain freeze?
No, I've got brainwave. Get us back to the station, now!
Danny starts the car while trying to finish as much of his ice cream as he can. He clutches his head in pain.
Ah.
Interior station day. The squad car screeches to a halt in the car park.
It's more than one person.
Come again?
More than one killer.
It was Skinner a minute ago.
Maybe it still is. Maybe he's not alone. Maybe there are others.
Who exactly?
I don't know, but we were buying cornettos and it suddenly hit me.
You're an exceptional officer, Nicholas. Truly exceptional. But I've seen this before.
Sir?
Sergeant Popwell. It was exactly the same thing. You come from a city where there's danger around every corner, and it's driven you around the bend.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I'm doing a function in about a half an hour, so do yourself a favor. Sleep on it. If you feel the same way in the morning, I give you my word. I'll get right on it.
Thank you, sir.
Exterior station day. Angel leaves the station. Danny follows confused.
What happened? What's going on?
Nothing. I was I'm gonna go back and crash for a bit.
Okay. Need a lift?
No, I could do with a walk.
Angel walks off feeling guilty. Danny looks forlorn. Exterior Sanford High Street dusk. Angel trudges home. The street is festooned with bunting. Interior Swan Hotel reception dusk. Angel slips through the hotel reception. It is empty. A new Romeo and Juliet poster shows understudies Greg and Sherry smiling as the male and female lead. Interior Swan Hotel corridor dusk. Angel takes out his key, notices his door is ajar. The door flies open. A huge cloaked figure lifts Angel off the ground, throws him inside, and slams the door behind. Interior Swan Hotel bedroom dusk. Angel hits the wall with a thud. He gets up and throws several punches at his attacker, but stops, clutching his injured hand. The figure picks Angel up in a bear hug. Angel struggles, pulling the assailant's hood off to reveal Lurch. They look at each other for a second. Angel brings his fist down on the other side of Lurch's head. Lurch drops Angel, holding his ears. Angel kicks Lurch in the balls. He barely winces before hurling Angel across the room into a painting of the castle. His notebook drops to the floor. Lurch lumbers towards him. Angel grabs the cuddly monkey and throws it in Lurch's direction. Lurch catches it and is momentarily charmed, hypnotized by the monkey's cute eyes. A whistle from off-screen. Lurch turns to see Angel upright, brandishing his beloved pot plant.
Hey, playtime's over.
Smash! Angel hits Lurch across the head, destroying his peace lily in the process. Lurch drops. His walkie-talkie clatters to the floor, crackling to life.
Michael, are you there? Michael, is everything okay?
Angel speaks into the walkie-talkie with a thick brogue.
Yarp.
Sergeant Angel has been taken care of.
Yarp.
He's not going to get back up again.
Narp.
Good. Proceed to the castle.
Angel looks to a castle painting on the wall. He pulls out his phone and dials.
You've reached Frank Butterman. Please leave a message after the beep.
Frank, this shit just got real. Skinner just tried to kill me. He's going somewhere. The castle, I think. Like, I'm going there now. I don't know who to trust. It's Nicholas, by the way.
Angel turns to see Danny at the door and jumps a mile. Danny looks at Lurch sprawled among the pot plant debris.
Oh my god, what happened to your peace lily?
Danny, stay here. Watch him. Call your dad and tell him I was right.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna bust this thing wide open.
Nicholas.
Danny picks up Angel's notebook and puts it in his pocket.
Thanks, partner.
Exterior High Street night. Angel runs down the High Street past a National Trust sign pointing towards Sanford Castle. Interior Castle Ruins night. Angel approaches Sanford Castle Ruins, a dilapidated 12th century castle. It looks spooky in the dark. Angel hears voices coming from inside. We hear chanting.
Bonum convene communitatis.
He peers into the main hall. He sees several black cloaked figures standing around a large circular stone tablet. They hold torches under their faces. Angel makes out familiar faces in the hoods. We see Tom Weaver, whose words echo in Angel's head. I can see what the entire village is up to. Angel looks to see 12 walkie-talkies on the stone tablet. Got everyone linked up with a walkie-talkie so we can keep each other abreast of any misadventure. Angel sees Skinner under one of the hoods. Words echo. How can I be in several places at once? We see flash cuts of the florist chase now with angles we didn't see previously. A second cloaked figure outside the greenhouse, a third behind the hedge. Angel spies some other faces. Joyce Cooper, Annette Roper, James Reeder, Reverend Shooter, Dr. Thatcher, Amanda Paver. We're basically just a group of volunteers who strive to keep the village just so. Angel's thoughts flash back to the fountain. We see Danny throw some change in. The penny drops. We see the plaque. This fountain was generously restored with funds raised by F. Butterman, J. Cooper, R. Hatcher, A. Paver. As the cloaked figures stop chanting and sit at the tablet, Angel is even more horrified by what he hears next.
Quick announcement before we begin. Janet Barker has decided to call her boys Roger and Martin, which is lovely. The christening will be next Saturday week, and all are welcome. Tom?
The cloaked figures all swing their torches to Weaver.
Thanks, Joyce. You'll be pleased to know that the tenacious Sergeant Angel has now been taken care of. Thanks must go to Simon Skinner for his efforts on this. Our very own Joyce Cooper will discover the officer tomorrow morning, slumped in the wet floor of his suite bathroom, having slipped in the shower and tragically broken his neck. Dr. Thatcher, will you take it from here?
Indeed, and may I say very well executed, Simon. I will of course pronounce the death as accidental. That is, after all, what I'm here for.
All torches to Dr. Thatcher. There are mild chuckles.
With Sergeant Angel dispatched, we can concentrate our efforts on eradicating our hoodie infestation, after which nothing can stand in our way.
Oh, I beg to differ, Mr. Weaver.
All the torches spin to the direction of the voice.
Well. I see we have visitors.
Angel walks into the torch beams, warrant card aloft.
Sergeant Nicholas Angel, Sanford Police Service.
My, he is tenacious, isn't he?
I'm placing you all under arrest for the suspicion of conspiracy to commit murder.
Oh, come, Sergeant Angel.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. This is supposed to be the community that cares.
But we do care, Nicholas.
It's all about the greater good.
The greater,
good.
What do you mean, the greater good?
The greater good.
Sanford, Nicholas. The village.
A happy village is a healthy village.
Perfection breeds contentment, and contentment is paramount. You see, as much as I enjoyed your wild theories, Sergeant, the truth is far less complex. Blower's fate was simply the result of his being an appalling actor.
There's a murmur of appalling.
You murdered him for that?
He murdered Bill Shakespeare.
What? Oh, I see.
We see flashbacks of Martin's dressing room murder. Now we see the new angles with multiple cloaked figures.
The Sanford players is just an important feather in our cap.
Couldn't let Blower jeopardize that. Not when we had two semi-professionals waiting in his wings.
Skinner points to an
Yes, I know.
Martin was less concerned with the reputation of the village than his sordid affair with Eve Draper.
We see flashbacks of Eve's murder by multiple killers.
And so Eve deserved to die too?
She did have a very annoying laugh.
There's a murmur of annoying.
And George Merchant?
He had an awful house.
There's a murmur of awful.
Awful.
We see flashbacks to Merchant's accidental explosion, now with multiple cloaked figures engineering it.
We begged him in vain to make his residence more in keeping with the village's rustic aesthetic.
And what was Messenger's crime?
Tim Messenger's tenor as editor of the Sanford Citizen has been unbearable. Once our great paper had become riddled with tabloid journalism and dreadful puny, not to mention persistent errors.
She listed her age as 55.
I'm actually 53.
The church roof was in need of repair, and the insurers wouldn't pay unless it was certified as hazardous. Let's just say we killed two birds with one stone.
Flashback of multiple cloaked figures pushing the turret.
What about Leslie Tiller? One of your own? You said her horticulture expertise put Sanford on the map.
She was ever so good.
Cousin Leslie was a terrible shame, but it seems she was set on moving away.
We had to stop her before she shared her green fingers with anyone else.
Not least the heathens of Uford Abbey.
The NWA simultaneously spit on the ground.
We couldn't have her. No one can.
How can this be for the greater good?
The greater good.
Shut it! These people died for no reason whatsoever.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
All torches move to the voice. To Angel's horror, it is Frank. He wears the era-fashioned police cape.
Hello, Nicholas. I was like you once. I believed in the immutable word of the law. That is until the night Mrs. Butterman was taken from me. You see, no one loved Sanford more than her. She was head of the Women's Institute, chair of the floor committee, even ran the neighborhood watch before Tom. When they started the Village of the Year contest, she worked around the clock. It became her life. I've never seen such dedication. On the eve of the adjudicator's arrival, some travelers moved into Callan. Before we could say gypsy scum, we were knee-deep in dog muck, thieving kids, and crusty jugglers. We lost the title, and Irene lost her mind. She drove her Dunson Cherry into Sanford Gorge. The inquiry said it was an accident, but I knew better. From that moment on, I swore that I'd do her proud. And whatever the cost, we'd make Sanford great again.
Sir, this doesn't make sense.
Makes perfect sense, Sergeant. Frank gathered together a group of the most faithful Sanfordians and showed us how we might rid our streets of piedophiles and perverts. The shoplifters,
Shirtlifters.
the punks, the drunks,
Thugs, the mugs.
The hams, the shams.
the drifters, the grifters,
The dodgers, the bodgers.
The hawkers, the stalkers.
The gypsies, the tramps.
And thieves.
The pedophiles, the perverts.
Yeah, you've had them.
The adjudicators arrive tomorrow, Nicholas. They were supposed to arrive in a couple of months, but they brought it forward for some reason. We had to make sure everything was ready.
Are you saying this is all about winning the Best Village Award?
This is the best village, Nicholas. You've seen the people. They're happy, contented. Most of them don't even know about our work. They have very normal lives.
There's a murmur of very normal.
Very
They're living in a dream world.
Precisely. No crime, no tension.
sheer bliss.
There's a murmur of bliss.
We've created the society you dream about. Isn't that worth preserving?
Not with murder.
Sergeant Popwell thought the same as you. I'm afraid you can't see the big picture.
Well, I'm happy to disappoint you, sir. And I'm afraid you're going to have to come with me. You're all going to have to come with me.
No, Nicholas. I'm afraid it is you who has to come with us.
The NWA reveal an array of weapons from under their cloaks. Axes, scythes, pitchforks, knives, etc. Out of the shadows, a bruised and angry Lurch slaps a hand on Angel's shoulder. Angel is shocked. Another hand lands on his other shoulder. He turns to see...
Danny, no, no!
Danny is silent. He and Lurch wield knives and torches. With lightning speed, Angel ducks out of their grip, grabs Lurch's blade, spins behind Danny, and holds it to his throat. He takes Danny's torch and shines it at the NWA.
Now back off! You'll be explaining to everyone how Danny accidentally tripped and cut off his own head!
The NWA continue to close in. Frank laughs.
Ha ha! Come on, Nicholas. You haven't got it in you.
I made it!
They close in further.
Shit!
Angel throws Danny to the ground and runs into the woods. The NWA give chase. A horde of cloaked figures run through the trees. Angel sprints into the darkness. Suddenly, Angel trips and falls through a hole in the path. Interior blackness night. Angel crashes to a dusty floor, winded. He picks up his torch and shines it around. He seems to be inside an old gypsy caravan buried in the ground. His torch picks out a skeleton in gypsy clothing. Angel backs up frantically, colliding with an entire family of skeletons, complete with children and dog. Angel staggers to the door, which bursts open into a cave. His torch picks out many more bodies. The most recent addition in a purple shell suit is a dead Peter Cocker. Angel jumps back and finds himself staring at a skeleton of in a police sergeant's uniform. It has a big, bushy beard. Angel flees the cave and sees one other corpse, that of the living statue, now frozen in a final expression of terror. Exterior woods night. Angel slams straight into Danny at the cave mouth. The other NWA members gather behind. An ominous mess of shadow. Danny produces his blade.
Danny, no!
Danny plunges the knife into Angel's chest. We see Angel stagger back. His torch drops and smashes. Interior, exterior, Danny's car night. A sign looms in the night. You are now leaving Sanford. A grim Danny pulls into a dark lay-by in his Astra. The brake lights illuminate the sign with a hellish glow. Interior, exterior, Danny's car night. A car boot opens. Danny stands over a bloodied Angel, the knife protruding from his chest. Angel slowly opens his eyes and looks at Danny with confusion. Danny slowly opens his hand to reveal a number of empty ketchup sachets.
Ta-da.
Danny yanks the knife out of Angel's chest. Angel produces the notebook from his breast pocket.
What are you doing?
They
You
told
told me I had to put you in the front seat and push you in the gorge.
Danny hauls Angel out of the car boot.
Danny, it's murder.
It's not. It's ketchup.
I'm not talking about me, Danny. Tell me all the others the NWA have murdered.
That's not true. Dad just said it's a special club. Thought it was just about wrapping knuckles and sending them on their way.
There are skeletons back there, Danny.
I don't know nothing about the skeletons.
What about Draper, Blower, Merchant, Messenger, and Tiller? What do you think was happening?
I don't know.
It was Frank, Danny. He's appointed himself judge, jury, and executioner.
He's not Judge Judy.
He is, Danny. And you have to help me take him down.
I can't, Nicholas. I'm involved now. I have to do what Dad says. I can't get out. But you can. Take the car, go back to London. There's nothing you can do.
I can come back, and I can bring the blue fury of the Metropolitan Police Service with me.
I'll make it all disappear. They hid it from everyone else. Who are they going to believe? Dad or the loony London copper?
Well, you'll be here, won't you, Danny? We can do this together, you and me. Partners.
Forget it, Nicholas. It's Sanford.
A cheerful Danny pulls out his car keys. Angel takes them, limps to the car, and drives off. In his rear view, Angel can just make out the figure of Danny standing in the road. Interior, Danny's car night. Angel drives down the M4. Rain lashes his windscreen. His fuel light blinks low. He reaches Heston Services. Interior, Heston Services night. A clerk eyes Angel, who is covered in grime and ketchup.
Is that everything, sir?
Angel's gaze has been drawn to the bargain bin full of DVDs. He scans titles. Out for Justice, The Enforcer, Lethal Weapon, Walking Tall, Hard to Kill.
Sir, is there anything we can do for you?
No. This is something I have to do myself.
Angel grabs a pair of shades, a fistful of car spray paints, and some bubble gum. He slams down some crumpled money. Exterior, Brannigan's farm, morning. We see the Welcome to Sanford sign. It's morning outside James Reaper's farm. His green 4x4 pulls over to the roadside. He gets out and walks to some horses at a gate. They snort restless. Reaper looks behind him. The Astra is sitting right in the middle of the road.
Danny?
Reaper squints. It's not Danny. Sitting behind the wheel, wearing shades and revving the engine, is Angel. Reaper runs to his 4x4. Angel screams towards him. Reaper grabs his car radio. Smash. Angel crashes his car directly into the 4x4. Reaper is left clutching the radio and snaps cable. Angel springs from the Astra and charges towards Reaper.
Mom!
Angel punches Reaper out cold. Bang! Buckshot rips into the 4x4 next to Angel's head. Reaper's mom brandishes a shotgun from the other side of the gate. She breaks the shotgun and goes to reload. Angel runs towards the gate, jumps into the air, and launches into a flying kick. Reaper's mom snaps the shotgun shut. Angel lands on her with maximum force. Exterior, Brannigan's farm, morning. James Reaper and his mom are tied to the fence.
What are you gonna do? Just walk in and arrest the whole village?
Not exactly.
Interior, Sanford Station, morning. Angel glides to the quiet front office past the straight-haired desk sergeant who barely looks up. Interior, locker room, morning. Angel glides through the locker room. No one spots him. He opens his locker and retrieves a uniform and stab vest. Interior, exterior, evidence room, morning. 999 is punched into the keypad. The door opens on the arsenal of weaponry. Angel grabs all he can carry. Rifles and shotguns surround his shoulders, pistols in his belt. The room is now completely empty save for the sea mine. Interior, Frank's office, morning. Frank looks at paperwork and eats ice cream. In the outer office, Angel stands looking in. Frank becomes aware of someone watching. He looks up, but Angel has gone. Interior, station, morning. Angel glides past the desk sergeant, who finally pipes up.
Want to do something useful?
Oh, Sergeant Angel. Someone called for you.
Angel scowls back at him, chewing gum armed to the teeth.
I'll tell him you'll bring him back.
Angel nods and walks out. Desk sergeant watches him go.
That's funny. What's that? I didn't know he had a mounted division.
The Voice's owner joins desk sergeant in peering after Angel. It is his curly-haired twin brother.
Nobody tells me nothing.
Exterior street morning. An armed Angel trots down the street on a fucking horse. He rides past a bus shelter where Gabriel Weaver and the Hoodies sit in their usual formation, albeit in school uniforms. They stare at Angel, their young mouths agape.
You want to do something useful?
Angel throws a hold-all to Gabriel. It's full of spray cans. Interior station CCTV office morning. Weaver reads the paper and daintily eats ice cream. He does not see the CCTV screen slowly turn black behind him. Exterior high street morning. Sanford. As it was that first morning. Idyllic, bustling, happy. Among the morning folk, we see smiling NWA members going about their business as if nothing had happened. We see workmen putting up the banner across the middle of the street reading, "Good luck, Sanford, Village of the Year." Annette Roper is putting out a display in front of her shop. Her walkie-talkie crackles to life.
Annette, that new policeman's back.
Interior CCTV morning. Weaver hears this radio message and finally realizes that all his precious CCTV cameras have been sprayed black. Interior surgery morning. Dr. Hatcher peers through his surgery window, his eyes wide. Angel is reflected passing on horseback. Exterior street morning. Joyce Cooper waters the hanging baskets outside the hotel. She spots Angel riding up in the middle of High Street. The porters peer out the crown, mouths agape. Reverend Shooter is talking to understudies Greg and Cherie. All three stop and stare. Amanda Paver skids to a stop on her bicycle and gawks. Mr. Treacher is in his heavy coat and looks on in terror. Skinner and his staff stare from the window of Summer Isles. Danny is sat in the squad car in the usual parking spot. He sees Angel and is terrified, not knowing what to do. Interior station morning, Weaver bursts into Frank's office, panic-stricken. Frank looks up. His cheery expression dissipates immediately.
Angel.
Exterior square morning. The village has come to a stop. The NWA watch as Angel dismounts. Beads of sweat glisten. Eyes flick this way and that. The ordinary folk are unnerved by the hush.
Morning.
Mr. Treacher flings open his winter coat, revealing a shotgun. Angel dives behind the fountain just as he fires. The village erupts into chaos. The innocent run for cover. The NWA mobilize. The porters scurry inside. Dr. Hatcher emerges from his surgery with a number of guns. Annette Roper runs into her shops. Moments later, an upper window smashes and the barrel of a gun protrudes. Danny sits in the car, his face a mixture of awe and panic. Angel takes a look at Mr. Treacher's position. He is standing next to a truck loaded with beer barrels. Angel jumps up and fires, blasting the catch holding the beer barrels in place. They tumble off the back of the truck, knocking Treacher off his feet. Angel is pinned down by fire from Annette Roper. He looks up to see Roper's gun poking out of her shop. Angel sees the Hoodies behind a car. He motions to the newsagent. The Hoodies stampede into the shop. The door slams. We see the notice only one child at any time. In the window, Roper's gun is suddenly yanked backwards. We hear muffled screams and blows. Shots ring out. The hail of bullets narrowly missing Angel. Pedaling towards him on the cycle, firing a rifle is Amanda Paver. Angel dives out of the line of fire. Danny sees Amanda Paver in his wing mirror. His face hardens. He flings the door wide open and sends her flying through the air into a crumpled heap. Danny runs over to join Angel. Angel throws him a shotgun. Danny catches it in midair.
That's what I'm talking about.
Shoots ricochet off the fountain. Greg and Cherie rain fire on the two officers. Angel and Danny, without a moment's pause, return fire, shooting Greg in his gun hand and Cherie in the shoulder. Both fall dramatically.
Just
Joyce Cooper opens fire with an antique Winchester. Danny dives for cover. Angel rolls across the floor, pulling two pistols from its belt. Still rolling, he fires at Joyce. One of Joyce's hanging baskets drops directly on her head.
Hag.
There's a piercing yell. Angel turns to see Bernard bearing down fast with an ornamental sword. Angel barely manages to draw his baton to block the attack. Bernard swipes, slicing the baton in half. Angel takes out Bernard's legs with a foot sweep. Bernard crashes down. Then from behind Angel,
Stop! Stop this, please! Let us put down our guns. Nicholas, my son, you may not be a man of God, but you are surely a man of peace.
Reverend, I may not be convinced about the existence of God, but I know good and even I have the grace to know which is which.
Ah, fuck off, grasshopper.
Rev Shooter pulls a pistol from his cassock and fires. The bullet takes Angel by surprise, grazing his shoulder.
No!
Danny returns fire at Shooter, hitting him in the shoulder.
Jesus Christ!
Danny runs over to Angel, who is lying winded on the road.
Still feel like you're missing out?
Click. They turn to see Dr. Hatcher pointing a shotgun.
Drop your weapons!
Dr. Hatcher, wait.
Shut up, Danny. I brought you into this world. It's rather fitting I should be the one to take you out of it. You and your interfering little friend. Now, drop him.
Danny does so. His shotgun hits the floor. Blam! It fires into Hatcher's leg. His knee explodes in a shower of blood. Dr. Hatcher clutches his knee, wailing in pain.
You're a doctor. Deal with it, motherfucker. Danny, let's go.
What are you thinking exactly?
A shot blasts from the windows of the Crown.
Pub?
Angel eyes the board outside the pub, reading, "Come on in." Interior, exterior, the Crown morning. Smash. The pub board comes smashing through the window. The porters fire wildly from behind the bar before a sign reading, "2 shooters for the price of 1. They stop. Then the pub doors fly open. Danny and Angel burst in, jumping through the air while both firing 2 guns. They land and roll, grabbing the table to form a barricade. Porters open fire again. Tables and chairs splinter. Angel pops up and fires at a bear trap on the wall. It falls and clamps its jaws around Roy Porter's head.
Somebody call the police!
The entire Sanford police burst in wearing riot gear and clutching batons. Walker holds a growling Saxon on a leash. Frank leads them, aiming his antique pistols at Angel.
Breach! Officers, arrest that man! Danny, step away from the sergeant.
No, Dad.
Danny, you do as you're told.
No, I'm not taking orders from you anymore.
Officers, arrest these men!
You can arrest us if you want. You can throw us in prison and go back to being blind, submissive slaves.
The fuck is he going on about?
What the fuck are you on about?
Have you ever wondered why the crime rate in Sanford is so low and the accident rate, it's so high?
No. Yes. What?
You've been brainwashed, Sergeant, into naivety by an old man with a murderous obsession. And it's time you open your eyes to the truth.
This is ridiculous!
No, it's not, Dad. It's very unridiculous. And it's only now that I'm starting to realize how unridiculous it all is.
Silence, Danny! Think of your mother!
Mom's dead. For the first time in my life, I'm glad. Because even though she loved this village more than anything, if she could see what you become, she'd kill herself all over again.
Sorry, I'm completely lost.
Sanford is a lie, Doris. For the last 20 years, the village has been controlled by Frank and the NWA. They've lulled you into thinking this is a perfect village by killing anyone who threatened to change that.
Saxon stops growling. Bob Walker pipes up.
Reckon you got something there.
He says he reckons you got something there.
I know. Thanks.
It's all right.
Frank rounds on the officers, raising his pistols at them.
You're not seriously going to believe this man, are you? Are you? He's not even from around here!
The officers look on in confused disbelief at the manic Frank, who realizes he is brandishing his weapons.
Maybe it's time to give it up, sir.
You incompetent flatfoots!
Frank snaps, shooting his pistols up in the air. He hits a rustic light fitting, which crashes to the ground. Angel and the other officers dive out of the way as glass explodes across the main bar. Everyone scatters. In the confusion, Frank makes a bid for freedom through the back of the pub. Angel jumps up. The other officers stare after Frank, then look to Angel, their new leader.
Let's go.
Are we going to go after Dad?
He'll come round again.
Well, who else is there?
Want anything from the shop?
Flash cuts. The police tool up cuff people. PC Walker and Saxon guard the already incapacitated NWA members. Roy Porter still has the bear trap on his head. Exterior Summer Isles morning. Angel leads his new recruits as they approach the car park. They take cover behind recycling bins, armed and ready.
What are you thinking?
Before Angel can answer.
Strike now while we have the element of surprise. The longer we wait, the more time they have to mobilize. I say we go in through the front entrance and take the place aisle by aisle. They won't expect that.
Very good. What he said.
Interior Summer Isles morning. A grim Skinner and his gormless minions watch the CCTV.
My. Here come the Fuzz.
Exterior Summer Isles morning. The Sanford police gather near the entrance.
My cat said, "We're here," or "Wait here."
Angel goes into Summer Isles through the automatic door.
Can't let him go in on his own.
He knows what he's doing.
Crash! Angel comes flying through the front window of the shop and lands in a heap on the ground. He gets up.
All right, they're in. You take the shop, I'll deal with the trolley boy.
Eh?
Lurch strides out of the shop.
Oh.
Danny leads the officers in as Angel faces up to Lurch.
Look, we don't have to do this, Michael. Is this really what you want?
Yarp.
Suit yourself.
Angel runs at Lurch and headbutts him in the face. Interior Summer Isles morning. The officers make their way through the supermarket aisles. Wainwright peers around a corner. One of the gruff butchers throws a large meat cleaver. It shatters a tomato juice jar next to his head. Cartwright shrieks, assuming it's blood.
Andy!
Meanwhile, Angel is being swung around by Lurch, his arms clamped tightly around Lurch's neck. Angel's flailing legs knock produce off the shelves as he clings on tight. Lurch begins to lose consciousness. He staggers past a wet floor sign, slips, and both fall hard into a chest freezer. Angel scrambles out, covered in frost. Lurch is out cold. Angel joins the officers, who crouch behind shelves as they shoot at the two gruff butchers.
Danny?
Where's Lurch?
He's unconscious in the freezer.
Did you say cool off?
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh, shame.
Oh, but you missed a bit earlier when I distracted him with the monkey, and I said playtime's over, and I hit him with the peace lily.
You're off the fucking chain!
Another cleaver whizzes by, smashing more sauce bottles.
What's the situation?
2 blokes and a lot of cutlery. What do you reckon?
The two gruff butchers wait, knives drawn, ready to throw. Suddenly, a terrific clattering rumble fills the store. A battering ram comprised of several trolleys handcuffed together bursts into view, hurtling towards the gruff butchers. The Andys ride in front of the trolley ram, yelling like Vikings. The trolleys crash into the meat counter, knocking the gruff butchers to the floor. The Andys leap off the makeshift battering ram and deck the floored bad guys. A piercing scream. The officers turn to see the checkout girl running towards them. Doris Thatcher grabs the wet floor sign and smashes it into the checkout girl's face. She slides across the floor.
Nice one, Doris.
Nothing like a bit of girl on girl.
The officers duck for cover. Gangly shelf stackers appear, throwing a volley of melons and pineapples.
Can you handle this, Sergeant? We're going after the big boss.
We're on it.
Danny, let's roll.
Angel, don't go being a twat now.
I wouldn't give you the satisfaction.
Angel and Danny burst in. The office is deserted, the window open. They see Skinner in the car park climbing into a squad car driven by Frank.
Let's get down there.
How?
Skip.
Angel and Danny jump through the open window and land in a skip full of cardboard boxes as Frank's car peels off.
Head him off?
Fuck yeah.
Angel and Danny sprint down an alley, burst into the square, and race towards Danny's squad car.
I'll drive.
Angel slides over the bonnet to the passenger side. Frank's car screams past. Danny gets in and flicks on the siren.
Punch that shit.
They screech off. Behind them, we see the once picturesque square bullet-riddled and blood-spattered. The banner reading Village of the Year flutters to the ground. 3 official-looking types holding clipboards stand gobsmacked among the debris. Exterior Stanford Streets day. Frank's car races past a kill your speed sign. Behind, Angel and Danny gain on them. They take turns shooting at Frank's car as they go. It's cop on cop. Frank's car hits the brow of a hill at 100 miles an hour and gets air. As it hits the road again, Skinner spots something.
Swan!
Frank panics, swerves. Big mistake. The car careens off the road and smashes right into the sign for the Model Village. Exterior Model Village day. A beautiful blue sky. The sun beams down on a perfect vista of Sanford. The idyllic shot is quickly ruined, however, as a gigantic squad car flies over what we reveal to be a miniature version of Sanford. A small ginger-haired kid stares in awe as the squad car briefly blocks out the sun. Exterior road day. Angel and Danny's squad car reaches the brow of the hill.
Swan!
Danny brakes with expert timing. They screech to a stop by the waddling swan. Angel opens the door and grabs the swan. Exterior model village day. The swan now sat in the back seat. Danny takes the squad car into the model village. Ahead is a scene of devastation. Frank's squad car lies upturned in a water feature. A damaged sprinkler rains water down on the model village. Frank is motionless at the wheel. Skinner limps away from the crash. Angel jumps from the car and runs toward him. Danny runs over to his injured father. Skinner swipes up the ginger-haired kid and holds a pistol to his head. Angel freezes, stopping dead in his track.
Stay back, or the ginger nut gets it.
The kid thinks fast, sinking his teeth into Skinner's hand.
Ah! You little fucker!
Skinner drops the kid. Before he has a chance to recover, Angel pounces and they both crash down into the tiny village. Skinner's pistol skitters down a miniature street. Angel and Skinner spring back up. The sprinkler rains down as they trade blows. The low angle in the model village makes them look like Godzilla and King Kong. Angel hits Skinner twice as hard in the face. Reaching out, Skinner grabs Angel's hand. Angel winces in pain. Skinner sees that he's discovered a weakness and exploits it. He twists Angel's hand while raining blows down on his face.
Get out of my village!
Angel straightens himself like T2 and shakes his head.
It's not your village anymore!
Wham! Angel flattens Skinner with one punch. Skinner sprawls across the mini-village square. Angel looks over to the ginger kid, who is agog at the coolness of the events.
Well done, son. What's your name?
Aaron A. Aronson.
I'm sorry?
The kid's eyes go wide. Angel spins around. Behind is a maniacal Skinner, holding a box cutter knife running full pelt at Angel through the tiny streets.
Angel!
Trips on a model Somalia's truck. A Summer Isles truck. His legs slip from under him, sending him flying. He spins in the air. Splat! Skinner falls hard onto the miniature church roof. A model turret has embedded itself beneath Skinner's chin and protrudes through his mouth. Angel looks to Danny, who pulls Frank from the squad car.
Danny, it's over.
Skinner is not actually dead. He speaks even though his neck and tongue are now pierced by the turret.
Girl, I really hurt. I can't feel my tongue. I'm gonna need some ice cream.
There's plenty of ice cream back at the station, isn't there?
Angel turns to see Frank holding a gun to Danny's head.
Pack it in, Frank, you silly bastard!
No, Sergeant, we don't want any more bloodshed!
Dad, don't do this!
Frank, this whole thing started because you lost someone you loved. Don't expect me to believe you let it end the same way.
I'll tell you how this is going to end!
He points his gun at Angel. Danny leaps on Frank, wrestling the gun from him. Frank sprints off towards Angel's car. Danny aims the gun at him and is about to pull the trigger. He can't. Instead, he points the gun into the air and fires.
Ah!
In the car and peels off, wheels screeching. Interior car continuous. Frank looks in his rear view. No one pursues him. However, he is not alone in the car. Behind, the long, slender neck of the swan rears up. Frank turns, it pounces. Exterior road morning. Angel and Danny watch as the car veers wildly and crashes into a tree. We hear the sound of distant swan battle.
I feel like I should say something smart.
You don't have to say anything at all.
Behind them, cars screech up and the rest of the Sanford police run over. The two officers look up to see a Metropolitan Police helicopter coming to land in a field. Exterior road later. Frank sits handcuffed in the back of an ambulance wearing a neck brace. Skinner is carried through shot on a stretcher, the model church spire still sticking through his face. The hoodies record this sight on their mobiles.
Oh, 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 oh.
We see a man cuffed in the car door by the neck. The old man in a cap approaches to retrieve him. Angel and Danny sit with blankets around them. They are addressed by three officers from the start of the film.
What do you say, Nicholas?
We've been trying to reach you for days.
Well, I've been kind of busy.
We need you back. The figures have gone a bit squiffy, and your absent, and in your absence, has to be said.
Go back to London. Sanford's holiday is such a fitting place, such an exceptional officer.
Angel looks to Danny, then back to Mal Sanford.
Yeah, but the thing is, I like it here. Now, if you'll excuse me, we have a considerable amount of paperwork to do.
Interior, exterior, station day. Fast cuts of forms being filled. Various NWA members process, prints, mug shots, etc. Roy Porter still has the bear trap on his head. He is measured at 7 feet 5 inches. Interior stands in dusk. The entire Sanford force, including both desk sergeants, sit quietly scribbling away. Danny is particularly hard at work. The Peace Lily now has a place of pride on his desk.
What the hell, Nick? This is going to take ages.
Yeah, we're gonna be here all night. Good job we've got the manpower, isn't it, Andy?
Actually, official vocab guidelines state that we say staffing, not manpower. Manpower is sexist.
You don't mind a bit of manpower, do you, Doris?
Dirty bastard.
Everyone laughs. Whoops and cackles fill the office. Angel is for once the office joker. A waste paper basket hits him hard on the head.
Hi, you cheeky fucker!
Another huge laugh. Angel grins at Danny, who appears suddenly brave. Following Danny's gaze to see Tom Weaver. Suddenly grave. He follows Danny's gaze to see Tom Weaver, aiming a blunderbuss at Angel, his face full of hate.
You know what you are? You're a bloody busybody!
Weaver fires. Danny lunges at Angel, pulling him off of his chair and taking the full force of Weaver's blast in the chest. With lightning speed, Angel slips his feet into a waste paper basket and kicks it at Weaver's face. Weaver staggers back into the evidence room. He hits the back shelf. The sea mine teeters, roll forward, and drops between his legs, narrowly missing his crotch.
Oh, thank God.
Kaboom! The sea mine goes off. The evidence room door blasts outwards. Angel flies backwards through the air. Sanford Police Station explodes. In the clearing, smoke, paperwork flutters to the floor. From under the rubble, we see movement. A hedgehog crawls out, blinking in the light. Then the Sanford Police Service, blackened but intact, miraculously get to their feet. A frantic Angel hurries over to find Danny, who lies among the debris, barely alive.
Hold on, Danny. Everything's all right.
The officers gather around Angel, cradling Danny in his arms.
Everything's going to be just fine.
Exterior Sanford, various day. Caption 1 year later. We see Angel leaving a cottage and walk by a garden path. We see Angel, now an inspector, suiting up at the station. His uniform is different. It's more modern, cooler. He is also armed with an automatic revolver. Angel strolls down a station corridor. Familiar-looking, brightly colored notices are pinned all around the walls. Angel walks out of the newly built station and gets into his new squad car. It's more modern, cooler. Angel drives along, his passenger seat conspicuously empty. He passes a skate park where Gabriel Weaver and friends congregate, their heads down. His mobile rings and he answers.
Okay, give me a minute.
Angel comes back out of the florist, now called Leslie's garden, with a bouquet of flowers and gets into his car. He walks through the graveyard to a single headstone. We see that it reads Butterman.
Are these okay?
Yeah, they're lovely.
Danny is revealed standing next to Angel. He kneels down and places the flowers on a grave. Angel steps back, revealing the full headstone. It reads Irene Butterman. Interior, exterior, squad car day. Danny and Angel are in their car. The radio crackles.
Any officers near the church?
Go ahead, Doris.
Chief, we've had a report of some of the hippie types messing with the recycle bins at the supermarket.
Leave it to us. Sergeant Butterman, Little Hand says it's time to rock and roll.
Bring the noise.
We cut to the exterior of the squad car. Angel pulls a spectacular handbrake turn, spinning the car 180 degrees. Accelerating with a roar, the car hurtled towards us, filling the frame. Crash to black.
Right. Well, thank y'all for coming out to check this one out. Y'all brought it. Nicole down there also with her lovely Aaron A. Aronson hostage. I love it. But we will be seeing y'all at the next table reading. Have a good night, and we'll see you at the next one.